You see, I wake up every morning, brush my teeth and go to work. Live my life up check to check, that's on the 15th and the 1st. Gotta pay my rent and bills, but I spent it on the weekend. And my girlfriend acting distant, tell the truth, I think she cheating on me. I'm a regular guy, daddy said when I grow up I should be a doctor or a lawyer, architect or scientist. And mama told me, son, you better follow what you feel. Don't ever let nobody make you sell yourself for anything. Look, I don't need the weatherman to tell me how the wind blow. I see the sun is shining, so I roll down on my windows. Wonder if I could go back, my life would be so simple, and do it over again. Back when we were young, the future was so distant. Everything was fun, now life is just so different. I remember climbing up from trees, falling down and hurt my knees. That's what those were the times I remember. Yeah, I think I grew up too fast. I'm still a kid inside.
Test. Okay.
Pencils at my desk, and my boss is really mean. I can deal with all the stress, and I'm barely getting sleep. Worry about what my connects. Car and mortgage payments coming to my motherfucking neck. I signed up for the gym, but I just can't lose the weight. And the membership costs way too much, 2 weeks I had to wait. Now my breath is getting shorter from the coffees and the cigarettes. Wanna buy a time machine, cause I'm so over it. Yeah. I don't need the weatherman to tell me how the wind blow. I see the sun is shining, so I roll down on my windows. Wonder
Sun is up, we're already plowing. Sun is bright, you hear the cows sing. Birds are chirping, combine harvesting. Come on everyone, let's see this stitch bomb grow. TitchAndCo, TitchAndCo, to her show. TitchAndCo, TitchAndCo, you all know. Switch and go to her show. TitchAndCo. Harvest and grow, so we can reap just what we sow. From the soil to the seed, she'll tell you a story. From the soil to the seed, she'll tell you a story.
Alright, well, we see if this is working now. Let's press the start button. Hey everybody, welcome in. We are going to have to take that off. Back in our garage, which I think, oh, it's red and redding on this one. Let me just take off the overlay because it's going to be meaningless. Right. I'm going to do a little bit. I've got a couple of guys. We are going to do a convoy. I've got a couple of guys sitting in Discord. I'll just, I've deafened them while we got started, but here we go. Well, undeafen the guys here, so you should now be able to hear them on the stream. Can you speak, guys?
Hello.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're here.
That looks loud and
But
clear.
we were trying to ask you questions, and you dipped on us.
Yeah, I had to go and start the stream, mate, so I'm in there.
Yeah. Okay, I removed the pro mods. What else am I removing?
Everything apart from the Sisal route advisor. It's the only thing that I no longer. The only one I've got on today is the Sisal, the route advisor one, which I think I sent you a picture of it earlier. Noxie, I should have sent you it as well. Just a workshop one. It's just by a guy called SISL.
Yeah, I know that one. So you even got the Frosty mod turned off?
Yeah, I turned everything off apart from that, just to make it easier for peeps. If I don't know if Outlaw will come in or not, or probably not, but you never know.
So it's not the SISL trailer pack? Okay, send it to me in Discord.
I did. I sent it to you earlier, mate. You should be able to see it in your Discord because I DM'd it to you, but you might need to copy and paste it to Noxie.
That's no problem. I'll take care of it right now.
Right, I can't afford a paint job, so we're sticking with the paint job we've got at the moment. Right, let's have a look at.
I don't mind the SISL stuff because I'm already running a pile of SISL stuff.
Yeah, it's the only one. It's the only one running. It just simplifies it, I think, for the stream. I mean, this is, as I say, we took pro mods off people just because we find that on ATS it doesn't add the same rate as to ETS. So we took it off here, and I think we're going to add. Was it be Coast to Coast and Canem Mania? You said they run okay together, so when we get a chance, we're going to put these in. So at the moment, as I say, it's just that one route advisor mod that's in the workshop that we're currently running. So yeah, so the guys come in, we'll grab a contract and.
Okay, you sent it to me there.
A bit
you didn't send it? Okay, yeah, Titch, this isn't how you do it. This isn't how you did. Okay, so
you just type that in and you'll find it.
I know, but that just makes us happen.
I know. Because yeah, that's right. I'm going to.
It's alright, I'll show you how I do it when I send it to you guys so that you can just click the link and it takes you right directly to it and all you gotta do is hit subscribe.
Yeah, I know there's a way to send the link, but I didn't know how to do it and I was in a hurry earlier just to get it done.
Listen to me real quick, I'll explain it to you. You know the little eye when you're in your mods? When
yeah.
That MP4 mod, there's a little eye on there, eye icon.
You want me to go and do it now then?
Doing workshop? No, I'm already out in the workshop.
Yeah. Is Noxie got it? Is Noxie? Are you coming in, Noxie?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, if you take that eye icon, and that way you can guarantee because some things are doubled up.
Yeah.
Here, so just searching it by name, you might end up getting the wrong one. So it was route advisory, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is route advisor.
Alright, got it.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, if you do it that way, if you click on a little eye icon, it
My truck.
takes you. That'll take you right to that one.
It's a nice truck. It's raining, by the way.
Alright. Okay.
It's always raining in your stream.
Well, actually, recently it's been snowing.
Yeah.
But I took the Frosty Mod off just before I came in, so yeah.
Okay, well, we need to with the Frosty Mod. That is a. I'm probably gonna run it throughout the winter, and then they got a spring one, and they got a summer one, and they got a fall one. So I'm just gonna change with the seasons of the year.
Yeah, I'm not going to put any other season in other than the winter. I'll run the winter one over Christmas and into the new year, but I'm not planning on running it too long, or I'm not planning on running the other ones either.
Alright, I gotta create a Titch save. Noxie, you probably should too.
Yeah, I'm using one of my other accounts for this.
I'm gonna create a save just for your YouTube. Actually, yeah, Titch though. So that way there we can get your whatever it's. If you start to develop an particular line of mods that you're gonna use and you're gonna put in there all the time, we've discovered the easiest way to do it is to make a whole save with those mods on it. So then we can just go in on those ones, and then you're not taking mods on and putting mods on all the time.
This is my YouTube only save.
I'm going to set it up for a YouTube only save. So we'll put all your mods on that as you start to put some. Like it's that's what a lot of people do. This is one of the things that the ATS family that I'm kind of falling into somewhat here. They're teaching me things like this. They're like, it's just so much easier when you're doing multiple different things to have an account already set, and then boom, you just go in, and in that way you're just removing a couple of mods here or adding a couple of mods.
It's why I keep my, well, I mean, I do the same. This is my YouTube save. I've got a save that I use for twin cam stuff, and I've got my own little private save as well. So yeah, I already do that, but yeah, that was just logical. Oh, you're in. Cool. No, see, do you remember the password?
Yeah, I've got it in the chat.
Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, I'm gonna go have a quick smoke while you guys decide on where we're going.
As soon as Noxie comes in, we're rolling.
Yep, I'll only be a minute anyway. Go smoke this cigarette.
I mean, I'm only at level 26. I don't know what level yous are all at coming in, so.
I'm at 41 now.
Okay, so you'll have everything. B, have you come in with a save that's got everything? So whatever load I pick, you're going to be able to do it, right?
Yeah, I don't ever do ETS. The ETS is going to be a little bit until I get everything. But
well,
yeah.
my YouTube save on ETS, I'm only at level 10 or 11 anyway, so don't worry about that. Right, okie dokie. Cool. La 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 la. I don't know if anybody will hear the music. I turned it down quite a bit so I can hear you guys.
Alrighty. Okay, I'll be right back.
Alright, mate. We'll catch you in a few. Lights. Oh, I should check. Let me have a look. These. Cars, of course. Fun stuff. Right, okay. I don't think I've put Firebuild on. Yeah, I've got roof lights on here, but I haven't got any down the front. I don't know if I can on this one. I can do it on ETS, but I don't know that I can on here. Unless I get a mod in, maybe. Boopy 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 boopy. So you see along the bottom of my screen there, if I go down here, there's a little thing. You can see the details there. And you'll get more details once we take a job. There we go. Noxie's in. Because we've got a little mod that minimises everything, so that's how big the map gets now. And it minimises the mirrors as well, so less clutter on your screen. And it puts the map right in the middle of your Kiji Mihaji, but I've got these two things here, so we're grand. Right, let's now everybody's in. We'll look for a job. So
you're down in.
I'm in California, down in Redding, because I took a whole load of. It put me back to my garage because I took a load of mods off it before coming in. So
quick travel down to Redding.
Right. What we want is.
All right. Well, I let that load. I'll be right back.
Cool. I'll just go and have a research for a wee journey. We're not going to do anything. No, that's a bit too short.
Hey.
I'm looking for something around about 8 hours. Okay. Right, that one's 10. That's not bad. I could take that. You can see we've not got an awful lot of golden in here, and I don't know how much this we're gonna turn golden before the next few days is up. Some of these have got a long way to go, so I think there won't be too much more going golden. So I'm probably just going to go and do jobs that are a bit different. Actually, is that lumber? Have a quick look here. I don't know who's got what when it comes to DLCs. I think Noxie's got most of the DLCs. Alright, let's take these dumpsters, I think. I'll go and see where we're... Oh, it says I've got a current. Let's view the current one. What have I got? It's not attached to anything. It clearly... You have to abandon that. Yeah, we're going to have to abandon it because I don't know where it is, given we end up all the way down here. Right, let's do that again. See if that job's still there. Six. Changed a little bit. What's that one? 3 hours. That's too short. Poles. 7 hours. It's 4 hours. Looking for something. Some doubles, and that's a 10-hour one. And that's going, yeah, okay, I've been there. What about you? Been there as well. Cars. Been there. Balls. It's not greyed out, we've not been there. So what's that one? 10 hours. Alright, it doesn't look like I'm gonna find anywhere. What is that one? Cars. Let's do cars. Cause, wait a minute, don't mind you. Where are you going? Nope. Again, somewhere that is not greyed out. So, that one's greyed out. Okay, so we've not been there. 14 hours. Ugh. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to have a look in the freight. I'm going to look in freight, guys. See what we can get. Empty pallets. Not far enough. Cement. Oh, coast. 7 hours. We'll go with that one. Let's do that. Let's go with that.
Drive safe.
Hopefully by the time the guys come back, I'll have picked it up and they can see where we need to be. Wait a minute. Oh, put that off. We're going to put that one on. Lights is what we require. What time is it? Oh. I'm going to be driving through the night. So, 3 of us are, Twickham, who's rejoined tomorrow night on his stream. I've joined Miss Silvermoon's VTC. So, everything we do now goes towards the company's stuff, so We need to make sure we don't do race miles, and that does mean on here you'd have to go over 80 mile an hour to get race miles. But I have set it so it's all governed at 65 anyway. Don't tell me out. And you'll be like, Ditch! You've governed it at 65. I've got a beeper on here that's going to tell me when I'm getting too fast. You didn't need to do that. And I'm like, okay, I've done it. I've done it. Signal ahead. So I could be in trouble. There we go. The bright lights I couldn't see. It was clean. Aye. I've taken a freight, but you'll not see it till I pick it up. But I'm on my way. I'm not far from getting there. Nah, so just give me 2 seconds, and I will have gotten to the place where it is, and then you'll be able to see it in the convoy.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right around the corner from me.
Yeah, not too far. I'm just pulling in. Where I'm pulling in now is where the job is.
Oh, a coastline line. Okay. Alright.
Too fast through there.
I'll let you pick it up and then I'll accept the move. Are we still waiting on B?
Yeah. There we go. Hopefully you can see it now.
Yep.
Alright. That is... Okay.
You're too far away from the source. No, I don't want to quick travel. Just take me where I am. Right around the corner from me.
I know, it's just so annoying when it does.
That's what happened to B. He quick traveled, and then it put him the same distance as where he was.
Yeah, or sometimes they'll put you even further away than what you were. That's even worse. Yeah, I try to just slow down and not hit that button straight away now to when it asks me so I can go, nope, don't want to quick travel.
Yeah, I literally just have to go out to the highway and then get off at the next exit.
Yeah. There we go. I'll just wait here for the usual.
Oh, shoot.
But
Give me 2 seconds. I have to set my shifter up on this account.
right.
Forgot to add it. There we go. Turn this on. It's all good.
Me, or does that look a bit cracked? I think I turned up everything when I had the Frosty Mods on, because things were a bit dull. Yeah, I think.
Alright.
Stop right then. I've not multi-streamed today, so I've just only done YouTube a day. Because when I logged in, everything was gone. I thought I can't be bothered setting up for that other site just now. Besides, I kind of forgot about it anyway.
Okay, where are you at?
Reading. Reading, California.
Yep. What he said.
I'm in Oregon.
I picked a jobby.
Oh, I forgot my coffee. 2 seconds.
Oh, I must have coffee. I've got Coke. It's too late for coffee. What new? Automatically convert your clips for TikTok. Okay. Don't have TikTok. Hopefully the guys will not be too long. I think Nox is probably is it B as well. Nox is just hightailing down the road.
Okay, this is weird. How come my whole setup on here is different?
I don't know.
Is your map different too?
Yeah.
Yeah, my map's right in front of my gauges.
Yeah, that's the route advisor that you just added.
I was gonna say, what the heck just happened?
No, the route
All right.
advisor.
And it's even my mirrors are not
Yeah, that's the route advisor. That's what it does. That's why I like it.
great tiny.
Yeah, they're nice. I like them. Still
I
get
can't
the
see nothing.
put your specs on, man. It's so
yeah,
much better. It's so much better. You know, it
Dad,
gives you a
Twitch is
nice
doing
clear
Twitch streams, so
screen.
it's-
Well, yeah, it's a titch. I made everything titchier. Literally.
She's titched everything up. I almost smoked a truck trying to. Man, this is confusing as all hell because nothing looks right.
You'll get used to it. You'll get used to it.
Oh my god.
Just puts
Oh my
everything
God.
on bottom.
It's throwing me off because my gears aren't on the corner of the screen anymore. They're in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's. I can't even see the steering wheel in the truck. Holy mac! It's like the whole everything is weird.
This is lovely.
She's doing titchy things.
Yeah, I got this mod. It was JD's. Told me where to get this mod because he was using it, and I'm like, ooh, I like that one. I'm having it.
Who did it? Who was it?
JD. Gamer Dragon.
Gamer Dragon? You wait until next time. I actually have him pulled up. I could go in his chat right now.
Yeah, you'll have a laugh when you do that. Yeah.
I'll go in there. You stop teaching Titch how to make things titchy. Like, what are you on with me? No, he'll probably just say, oh, fuck you.
Yeah. Yep. Go for it.
I love him. He's a good fella. I like him.
Yep.
I got him tabbed up there right now. He's doing some ETS.
Yeah.
Oh man, he has the same attitude about things as I do, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why I like him so much.
So-
Whatever.
Let's see if I can find them actually.
This is gonna take a little bit of getting used to for sure, but you know, maybe there might be a way I can make those mirrors a little bit on my size, but
I love it. It's just perfect. Look, see his. If you look at his stream, you can see he's using exactly the same mod.
yeah.
He's
I
got
know.
it zoomed in a little bit on the map there. I can see though, which is quite cool actually. Right, how we doing, guys? Are we nearly there? Nox is here.
Comments not showing.
Bees are coming.
I'm right here.
Yeah,
How come it's not showing me your viewer count?
I can see it. It says
No.
2, and I'm guessing it's you and the Noxy, or you in the Stream Elements. I don't know. It's 2 on it anyway, which is
I
fine.
got you pull up on
Yeah, see, it's you 2. You see, there we go.
Yeah, I don't. But it's not showing me. Usually it
Pat,
does.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Maybe it's gone. Maybe it's been titrified and it's so small you just can't see it anymore.
Probably. Oh, look, see now, I almost smoked a car because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I don't have a mirror to show me. It'll take some. It isn't that it's bad, Titch. It isn't that it's bad. It's just gonna take a minute to get used to.
If I could move that map over just a hair.
I wish it was over to the side instead of right dead center. I'll be fair.
How do I take it off?
Just press L3, and it'll just give you the bit along the bottom.
There we go.
Not L3, F3.
Well, whatever. I don't know. It's actually R3 on my controller, so it's even more confusing.
Yeah, because
it messes with my whatchamacallits too.
Yeah, I see. I don't have the map up because I've got 2 sat navs in my truck. I always make sure the only time I have a map there is if I've got a truck that's not got any sat nav in it. Otherwise, I hardly use it. But I wanted the bit along the bottom without having to have the map as well. That's what I wanted. And I didn't like the big giant mirrors either that were inside. They annoyed the shit out of me, so I wanted rid of those as well. So yeah, so I've got 2 sat navs anyway, so I'm a good.
I have the navigation
I do too inside of my truck, but
yeah, I got the navigation in my truck, which is nice. But at least when I get rid of the
show big enough,
I still have my gears and stuff down below.
Yeah.
Like in the truck, it doesn't show as far. Well, actually, yeah, that one does. I guess it's not that bad.
I mean, you can actually just go into your settings, your file, your XMLs, and move the in-game one wherever you want to as well. I don't know. You could possibly do it in the XMLs of this mod. There are ways to mod mods as well, so you might be able to do that. And if you wanted to, you could move it, and it's up to you. But
it would be nice to have it over the LED.
It's my favorite mod at the moment, so
Thanks for cutting me off, Pete.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
We started well.
I thought you were already ahead of me.
No, good start.
That's it.
Oh, you guys were on a totally different road. I just pulled out of the dooryard.
No, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, but you guys, there was another road beside the dooryard, and that must have been because there was 3 exits to that plant, right? And I went out to one that went right directly back to the road.
Oh, see, I came out the same one I went in.
See, I came out the other one because it was easier. I didn't have to turn around then. It went straight forward and ran to my right, so I came out a different one, but it's fine. Right, are we rolling? Are we rolling? I can't see anybody.
Well, I'm trying to get through this freaking apparatus of a light system they have here. There we go.
Okay, you're coming. I can see you.
Yeah, I'm behind you. We're throwing AI guys at us.
Hmm.
I mean, the thing is for me is if I could actually take that F3 GPS screen and just move it over to the right of the screen, would be, I'd be happy with it.
I don't like it on the right hand side either. I quite like where it is. I think it's easier for me when I do occasionally use the map to.
It's right over my steering wheel, and that's what annoys me, right? Because I can't see my steering wheel.
Well, I just switch it off.
See, I just shut it off so that I have.
Shut it off. that's what I do as well. Because I just use the sat navs in truck. I only very occasionally have the main map open, that map open one.
Hell, I usually have a big one, and I still miss turns. And you want me to just use that little itty bitty tiny dinky one that's over there?
Yeah, well, I'm saying that, but you missing turns. Well, I tell you what then, just when you start rolling, just press down on the D-pad and use that map instead.
I know, I'm good here now. It's just, like I say, it's just over the top of my gauges. And I actually use the gauges in my truck.
I do use the gauges as well, that's why I don't have the map open.
Stop trying to womansplain the darn stupid
So
mod.
that's not women's lanes, just telling you what I do. I only have the bit along the bottom so that people watching get some information, because normally I don't drive with anything apart from the gauges and the sat nav, so putting this on allows me to so that the viewers can actually see some detail as well, because it's probably hard for them to see my gauges.
Right, and then continue straight on.
Possibly. I mean, I can see them nice and easily.
Go straight on.
I don't know how well the viewers can see the gauges. How well can you see my gauges?
Give me a second here. I'm trying to pay attention to the road. You're asking me to check things while I'm stuck in a city where there's traffic?
No, you can see your gauges.
I can
Okay,
see
cool.
you. That's on a totally different screen on the other side of the table.
I don't know why I'm signaling, because I'm going straight on. But yeah, the lights went green.
Go straight on.
So I was just saying to chat, hey Ty Dan, how are you? Ty Dan says hi B.
Hello,
How are
hello,
you,
how are
lovely? How you doing, mate? Big hugs and all that, as always. Yeah, we joined the VTC, so we're having to try and not get any race miles. Not that we will, anyway. I have made sure of that. So you can go over the speed limits and that in town as long as you don't go over whatever the speed miles limit is, I guess.
I'm thinking so because I'm in the red even at 65 a lot of the time on the World of Trucks loads, and it never gives me race miles.
Mm-hmm.
But if your load is completely trashed, then it doesn't count either. Like you have to be able, if you don't make any kind of profit or XP,
Yeah.
if it costs you XP, costs you money, you drop that load off, then it doesn't count either.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So it's like if you completely trash a load, it's not gonna accept
Right.
it. Because it's got to be, it's completed deliveries. Is how it
Right.
works.
Right.
You might have completed the delivery and brought it in with only one axle left on the trailer and maybe two walls standing outside of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, load was not delivered successfully.
Okay. Okay. Right
You
now.
have to mind your damage and stuff as well.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Hope you all had a good Christmas. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Nice and quiet. It's fine. So it just comes with age, the quietness, I think. But yeah, it was good. Yourselves? I can't. I don't know if I can make the text bigger in YouTube or not.
Just blow up your screen.
I can't blow my screen up. It's Streamlabs. I can't blow. I'm on
Yeah, you can even
Streamlabs.
blow Streamlabs up. There should be those three little dots up in the corner that you can blow up your screen.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna blow up the screen in a bit, people. I'm not sure I want to blow it up. I just want to make text a bit larger.
Yeah, she didn't honor any of that traffic right there, Noxie.
What
But
traffic?
she's getting the race right now.
What traffic? What are you
All that
on about?
Holy smokes, I don't know what just happened. They came dragging me.
What? I didn't see that because I can't actually. I've got him tabbed. I'm looking, but I can't actually see him at the moment.
Just went to bounce, and I don't know what. He was in the scale house.
Oh. Oh dear. I can't blow up my chat at the moment because I'd have to stop and tab out and all sorts of weird and wonderful things that are a bit annoying when you're streaming.
I told
Maybe when
her
I get
chat
to the
she
end.
needs another monitor so that she can take care of these things, but she says, no, I don't have space.
The monitor's right beside me. It's just that I'm fucking blind.
No, it's not that at all. You need to have another monitor so you can have it all blowed up on that
I'd have
monitor.
to have that monitor like 2 inches away from my face. I wouldn't be able to see myself
You see,
driving.
what you could do on the other monitors, you could actually have your YouTube pulled up on the other monitor, you see, and then you could take and expand your chat on that. Like, your chat is massive on my screen.
The chat's massive on my Twitch. I just don't have it. I just haven't enlarged it on
Your
YouTube.
Twitch?
Yeah, on my
You stream
Twitch.
on Twitch today?
Yeah, well, I'm streaming on Twitch. I've got it massive on the Streamlabs on Twitch.
Right.
But I haven't got it massive on here. Yeah, it was okay. Apart from Cherry Bomb blew up a wee bit early and had shell shock for a second or two. Yeah, I think some of the fireworks here went off. You getting an echo, by the way, Tydan? I'm getting a bit of an echo. Went off just a little bit too early as well. Not much, just about 3 minutes or so.
Okay, is it still echoing?
I don't know. No, it's better. Cheers. Did you just shut me up? Oh no, I can still hear it.
I muted you. I'm all done listening to you.
I can still hear it. I'm still getting an echo. Oh.
Hang on. Gotta turn the speakers down. Well, this here's where the headsets or the earbuds are gonna come into play. But
Why haven't you got? You don't have to wear your. You know, you don't have to wear your hat when I'm streaming. Did you set your YouTube stream up? No. No, you didn't afterwards.
No.
Okay.
I'll sort it out after.
Hey Titch, I'll send you my 34-inch monitor so you can see the YouTube screen.
My TV's a 36-inch, mate, and I still can't.
Alright, I'll send you my 58-inch TV from my bedroom then.
I haven't got them. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll fucking put my projector on. It's fucking 2 meters by 1 meter. I'll attach it to the projector. We'll be fine. I'll project it straight up onto the wall.
There you go.
I think on here I'm only about 26 on this one. I only run this one when I'm on YouTube, so at the moment it only just gets run for, 3 hours or so on a Saturday night. That's about it. But we're getting there.
Oh, I just finally found where I could see if I was running low on gas.
Oh, have you? I can see it on my screen. Yeah. That's how
Not in the right place, man.
That's how I know.
Understand? I was used to seeing things in a particular way, and now you brought this whole other concept of.
Depending on what truck I'm driving, depends on where it is. I think like the Peterbilt's, it's kind of to the right of the steering wheel sometimes. If it's an older version. On ETS, my main level is 36. Yeah, what's my ETS one? I think I've got an ETS one around that level. The other ones are lower than that, but I've got one save that's around that level. Tyda, we need to get on a convoy, mate. We need to get on a convoy. Miss Silvermoon asked Outlaw to join the VTC. I think he just avoided the question. And my sis says hi. Hi, Tydan sis. How you doing?
Oh, I gotta send that Farm Sim expansion and donuts as well too.
Yeah.
Don't have any other ones to give him right now, but I do have that expansion I'll give him.
You'd be well chuffed, I think.
He's gonna need that one anyway to get on our. Eventually, he's gonna need all of them to get in on our 22. Well, everything except for Antonio Guerrero, because I'm always gonna leave that one turned off.
Why?
Because they don't need 100 mini tractors.
I do. I need 100 mini tractors. I like that.
I know you need 100 mini tractors, but I don't have it on that one on PC.
Oh, that's tight.
If I get it on PC at some point, I will. But I have all the others. I have everything else except for pumps and hoses.
Yeah, pumps and hoses. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you good with that, mate?
right?
And
So I don't have
somebody
to-
said
I
it.
don't
Somebody
have
said it the
Antonio
other day.
Guerrero.
Who was it? I think it was Clown's Egg. Said the other day. I think he just said, "What's it?" He says we can already spread slurry and everything. He says all that pumps and hoses adds is doing it in a more difficult way. He says why would I want to do that? He says why just make it more complex than it already is when we can already do it in a far more simpler way in game.
Yeah, just spread
like,
poo,
yeah.
right? Like that's all
Yeah.
you're doing is spreading poo.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
how we spread poo? It literally repels in the air like a rooster tail and falls.
Yeah.
To the ground. That's how we spread poo.
Yep.
Okay. 'Cause we only spread poo. We don't spread poo on our potato fields or anything else like that. There we have other stuff that we put into the
can't
fields
see.
there. Or if when we're letting a field rest or anything, and if we're growing grass in that field or like hay, if you will, to let it rest, we spread the poo on our hay and grass fields and everything, and our pastures for our animals and stuff.
I like to.
'Cause
after
it
work,
actually
most of
improves
time I'm
the
screwed.
improves the.
No, it's all right, mate. We could. Yeah, we'll sort something out at some point.
B, your signal's on.
Oh, where you
Don't
going?
put the poo on the potatoes. We don't need the poo on the potatoes.
B, are you getting lost already? Is it?
No.
Well, why are you
Okay.
turning? Why are you turning off somewhere then?
I'm right behind you.
He just said your signal was on, so I was like, "Where's he going? Where's he off to?"
Oh, it was on. My finger hit it on the controller because it's just the way I'm holding the controller. The RB is.
Do you use pro mods or anything like that, Tydan? You got pro mods on your ETS. It's really cool. I'd recommend visiting Iceland. It's very nice. Iceland is really cool. Coolio.
I think the Fox Den has already given up, Titch.
No.
I
He's
think
got
that
taxi. I was sent to
Dude, I
taxi.
come in inside of 24 hours. We
Yeah.
plugged the door straight off of them.
I think, yeah, no, it was funny because I was on his stream the other day then when he was streaming this. And and then I think Miss Silverman came in and he's like,
I know you
he
guys
says,
did that right after I told them that I joined Team Moon.
he said, oh, I've just added another 1,000 miles. And I went, in chat, says, oh, have you? I've just done 3,000. And Miss Silverman's like, that's my girl. And he's like, wait, did you recruit Titch? And we're like, yeah. And he went, that's cheating. That's cheating, he said. I'm like, what?
Well,
I've tried, but mine seems
that
bugged.
it was that
They
the
need to stop.
beehive was
You can
going to
try.
the moon.
You shouldn't. No, you shouldn't have to, mate. You've got to make sure you put them on in the right order, though. There's an order that you need to put them on. If you don't get them in the right order, yeah, it might bug out. I can send you a. I've got a screenshot of the order, mate. I can send it to you
What's he
on
doing,
DM.
pro mods?
Yeah, on ETS. Like there's 7. There's 7 for ETS because it's like 3 lots different.
I haven't got them on. I actually have to install them. Remember me that, Titch.
Yeah. So I can send you the screenshot if you want to check that they're in the right order, mate. It could just be something as simple as that.
You know, I might actually hold off on the pro mods for ETS just because I know ETS is going to be putting a map out this month, and install them after that new map comes out because I know it's going to be a.
It's going to cost you. Yeah. You're going to have to download them all again anyway.
update.
So, yeah, that
it's
makes
gonna be an
sense.
update.
I've got an ETS save without pro mods, which I just do all the trucks on, because you can't do pro mods and all the trucks on ETS. It just does not work. So
I
if
need
you've
to
got
figure out how to attach
pro
all my
mods
accounts
on,
to World
you-
of Trucks because I only have one.
well, when you select your profile, just click the World of Trucks icon.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me. It
That's
won't
weird.
Let me connect the other ones to it. It only lets me have this one.
That's
So I
weird.
wanted to be able to do World of Truckloads on all of them.
I can do them on all of them. It's just
I can't because I can't connect it to World of Trucks. It's not. There's something. I don't know if I'm missing a step somewhere or that I've forgotten a step somewhere or something from when I hooked it up the first time to ETS and ATS
yeah. I don't
or
know.
what, but it's not.
We need to get on the Discord and have a look at that at some point then, mate. That's all I can.
Yeah, because I want at least
Suggest.
3 of my other saves.
Yeah, I've put all of mine on
I was gonna say I've
to
got
World of Trucks.
4 accounts right now on World of Trucks.
Hmm.
All on all from ATS, but
Yeah.
Well, the deal is I have one account, but I have all these other saves that World of Trucks don't work on any save except for this one.
you just have to go in and edit your profile and connect to the log into your World of Trucks, and it'll connect.
Yeah, that's
that's
what
what
I
I
do.
did. That's what I did, and it said that there was error.
I don't know what's going on.
Weird,
because
weird.
It gave me an error too at one point, but
All right, of course, it's Saturday. Nice one, Ty Dan. You have a safe trip home, mate, you and your sister.
yeah, it let me put 4 accounts on the same World.
Thanks for
Truck.
popping in, guys. It was nice to see you both.
We've passed average scumbags in ATS, but I think it's going to be. I think that the
Majority of what they do is on ETS, yeah.
I think over in ETS it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. But I do want to get up past them just so I can can stop in the GD's channel someday and say, hey, yeah, we passed you.
Cheers, mate. You're missed, by the
Just
way.
for-
We do miss
just
seeing
for
you
a
around,
laugh.
by the way. Absolutely miss seeing you around. What's that to the right? It's a man and a bull over on the right hand side there. Some magic trees and all sorts.
Oh, I think it'd be good for a laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
And say, hey, we passed you.
Right. Say cheerio to Ty Dan, guys.
See,
No.
see you later, Dan. You have yourself a good one, brother. How did the 2 of you get in front of me?
I don't know.
Foxy passed me.
I passed you when you started slowing down somewhere. There was 2 lanes, and I came up by you.
Oh, I didn't even
There was a
realize.
yellow truck that stopped right in front of right in the middle of the road as Titch pulled back in, so I went out and around him.
Yeah, I had a couple of traffic jams here.
That's probably what happened.
Cause these AI guys keep brake checking me and stopping right in front of me. Oh, stupid reason.
Right.
Well, my truck doesn't want to slow down quick, so I left the engine brake turned on. So now it comes on as soon as I let off the gas.
You know, I'm finding in that Frosty mod there too that some of the, even though we don't get the physics and stuff turned on, lately, last week or so, I plow on the brakes and I keep on skidding.
Yeah.
I think that it's been adjusted a little bit there or something.
It wouldn't, that, if it has been adjusted, it won't affect yours unless you update it.
Yeah, that's what I would figure.
I think you're just driving worse, that's all it is.
I'm driving worse.
Yeah.
Just do it. That ain't even proper English.
Yeah.
I don't even
Driving worse.
I don't even know if he could
Yeah.
drive
Driving
anymore.
more poorly.
Yeah, he's driving worse.
I don't know if he can
He's
drive.
driving worse.
Well, yeah, that might be, yeah, okay, there's a point there as well. No, yeah. If of all of us, he's the one that's least likely to get his load to where it's going.
We didn't even make it 100 miles out of town before
That's true.
we canceled his load.
Yeah, it's true. I know.
No, that was Noxie's fault. He's driving worse.
Although, to be fair, it's even more painful if you're like 100 miles from the end of one of those long trips.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day, and that
Yes.
was totally on that AI, man. Like it was like road rage.
Some of those are
Fast.
nuts.
And then I was up ahead of him. Then I was going to make the turn, and he literally was pulling up to go by me, and then he swerved right in and smashed in the side of my trailer. I was like,
Yeah.
"Dude."
One of these days, I've got a whole lot of clips and stuff like that, and AIs and stuff like that. One of these days, I'm going to go in and create a video out of them all and put them all together. stick some dodgy music to them and
I think
post
it'll
it.
be fun, but I do
There's
want to
loads of them.
I need to put a couple of things together, Titch, that I'm gonna need. But I want to learn as we do it. I want to learn how to do it as we do it. It's not something I just want to ask you to do for me. I want to learn how to do it. I want to do it with you. So
That's
I know
fine,
how to
because
do it.
I'll just make you do it.
Oh, that's the thing. You won't make
And
me
then
do
I'll
it.
just
You're
talk
going
you
to
through it.
do it. You just go and do it, and then it's like I have it, but it's like, how do I make it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do I do this myself? Because this is my thing. Going into 2023, I want to learn how to do all the things. Even though, like, you know, people will be able to do things as well, like, you know, if they have time or something like that. But if somebody doesn't have time, or if somebody says, like, you know, yeah, I'll have it done by Tuesday, and they're not able to because real life things happen, you know, and people aren't able to do it. I'm not upset about that at all. I want to be able to know how to do it or finish doing it or etc. You know what I mean? Not rely on somebody else to do
Oh,
stuff.
I'm gonna hit him. God damn it. I've just hit a car, so guys, brake. Oh, he slowed
Look at that,
right
she's
down
talking
just at the
about-
junction. So
I'm up
Talking
right
about my
beside you,
driver,
buddy.
look what she did.
I saw it coming. I could see it coming. I'm like, it's not gonna stop. This is not gonna stop. And that was totally on me. I was going too fast. And then he slammed on the brakes to go turn, which is fair enough. Do.
Which way are we going here? Straight?
I'm just glad I looked
Yeah.
up at the right time.
Yeah.
Right in the back of you.
I made the car do a wheelie. I only got 4% damage. I'm taking it. Do. That was like both brakes slammed on. Engine brake on, main brake on. I still wasn't stopping in time.
Oh, I just slammed the engine brake on and dropped her down to about 10th gear.
See, that's the thing you can't do on the controller where you've just got simple automatic. You can't
Yeah.
drop the gears the same way. Because there was one time, I think, early on when I first started playing it and I was going up the start road. You quite a heavy load on the back and I got stuck. And I couldn't haul it up. But then the problem was I couldn't get into low enough gears to be able to properly do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I ended up having to just
checking your gears, right?
yeah, I couldn't do it. So I was just like, yeah, shafted because I didn't have the ability to change gear.
No, now that I've figured out this shifting ordeal, it's even before I got my shifter. I mean, I still was giving it a go anyway.
Yeah.
How far back are you?
Oh yeah, another one that Titch might like that we got Noxie is those real business
Called real signs.
the real signs and the real businesses.
Oh yeah. Those ones I was talking to you about earlier. I think when
Yeah, Walmart.
it makes the WalMarts and stuff. Yeah.
At Walmart, proper gas stations. Like up
Yeah.
on Canamania, we actually have Petro cans and Irvings, like Triple Ks and everything else like that.
Like what
That
we
comes
have
in with it. So
And I'm
It's pretty
guessing
cool
that's
for
okay. I mean, is it okay for like streaming and that because you don't get done for like product placement or something? I guess you're not getting paid for it, so it's okay, right?
yeah, there's no issue. I mean, basically a lot of those mods, big percentage of streamers, because they do role play and everything, right?
Yeah.
And it actually adds to the area. Now, like in Canamania, the city that I'm in, it's not it's far from exact. It's got a couple of streets that are here that kind of are adjacent and stuff, but it looks nothing like what it actually looks like here in the city, which I'm fine with. But it has the service stations that we would have down here in the city.
Yeah.
Like Ultramar and things like that there. See,
Oh
now
my
big
God.
businesses like that, they look at that stuff as advertisement, which is smart because that's exactly what it is, right? It's a form of advertising for them that they get for free, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't cost them anything. They're not having to pay anybody for the ad that you are creating, basically.
I can't see a fucking thing.
But
Can't see anything.
me neither, because somebody's got some crazy rain on. Even worse now, I can see out the whole windshield.
I'd like to see where we're gonna, because we're nearly there, so I'm looking for the turn off. Ooh, brake, 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 swerve, brake, swerve, brake, swerve, brake.
What in the world? I'm
I
staying back here
see
waiting for you two until you guys figure out what. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
I slammed my brakes. I forgot to push the clutch in. Oops. He's home.
It's alright if you hit the back of me as long as you don't bounce me up against something. Because you won't get damaged and I won't get damaged if we hit each other. But we've all get damaged if we hit each other and cause each other to hit something else. It's weird. Do, 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 do. Come on, we're just sticking lights.
I like the look of this GPS.
We're on the wrong side of the road now. Do, do. Coos Bay. You think there's any coos around? We should go looking for some coos. Right, just gonna flick over into this one. Not that I can see anything in that mirror because it's full of rain. Yeah. It's just... Somebody's driving in a wee Jeep thing, they're gonna be all wet. I don't know why you stopped.
That was a red light, sir. That will be
It's not this left though, is it? It's the next one.
187 Canadian dollars, sir.
Yeah.
Turn left.
If you do it again, I'd just like to let you know that there will then turn into $300+. And if you do it again, it'll be $500+, but by that time, you'll have lost enough points off your license that they will be suspended. So then if you do it again after that, it's jail time.
Wow. Wow.
Seriously, that's I'm not even exaggerating. That's the way the law is up
he
here.
he just turned into one of these chips guys. It's pretty much the same here, I think. Right, it's not that left. Did I miss one left? It's
Noxie,
that
I'm not
left, that one.
exaggerating when I'm talking about how it is driving through Ontario either. I mean, you could lose your whole license for one bad speeding trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
One
You'll
car.
you'll get a fine, like a ridiculous fine. There's one fine level if you're doing 10 kilometers over the speed limit, which I think is $187, and then it increases by like $100 for every 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers. I can't remember exactly what it is. Noxie might be able to correct me on this, but it's either every 5 or 10 kilometers. Is it 5 kilometers, Noxie, or 10 kilometers over the speed limit as it keeps elevating?
Every 5.
Is it 5? Every 5 kilometers
We
over.
need money.
If you're 10 kilometers over the speed limit,
It's not.
all right. So if the speed limit is 90 and I'm doing 100, and it's $187 fine. If I'm doing 115, or not 115, I'm sorry, 105, and it's $200+ fine. Then keeps increasing by 100 for every 5 kilometers over the speed limit that you are.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly could. I mean, I don't drive, so I have no clue what it is here. So, yeah, it's probably not much better, though. I wouldn't think. Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. But the deal is you can ask Noxley. There's to get across Ontario, it's 90 kilometers an hour the majority of the way, and it is the second biggest province in the country. Ain't it not?
Yeah.
Okay. How can I do this? I can pick you up. Let me try this. Community moderation. Engage with your audience. What is this? Start a Q&A, start a poll, start a reaction. Can't. How do I get the? How do I make you bigger though? This is the thing that we really want to do, chat. Is make it so that I can read you a bit better. See, I can read his.
There you go. So how much did this put us up? How many kilometers was this run?
I don't know.
300.
It wasn't huge, yeah.
No, we didn't move up. We need 1,000 miles to start elevating up.
I can't make the chat any bigger than YouTube. Right. I shall just peer at the screen. Sure, I can do it on my phone. Maybe I should have just stuck it on my phone. Let me just spin you around a bit. See you a bit better. Let's pick a jobby. Right. Oh. What's that one? It's a short one. Where's it going? Yeah, we'll do that one. It's a nice short one, and it's.
Hey, Noxie, there's a lot of Canadian companies in here, right?
Yeah.
Seeing that? There's Brampton in here too, eh?
What's Brampton? What do you mean the Canadian companies?
Brampton, Ontario. There's a trucking company in here called Brampton.
And what is it? Their employees, or is it just the fact that they've just named their VTC after?
No, Brampton is no, it's a place in Ontario. Brampton,
Oh, I
Ontario.
see. Right. Okay. Right. How far away is this? 20 minutes. Okay. You should be able. This is a freight one, so you should be able to grab it, guys, as soon as you can see it. I wonder if I'm gonna go past. Hold
It's
on.
a freight one. What are you doing to me? I get mice miles.
What? What's wrong with the freight one? I'm gonna go to Spanner first,
This one's
actually.
only 115 miles.
I know.
Let's go.
I didn't need to do long ones all the time, you know.
That's all right. I'll do some long ones tonight.
Yeah, I don't do too long ones. Don't need to do long ones in the stream. I'm just doing different things that are not gifts all the time.
No, but seriously, man, the Foxton was at 20,000 kilometers when you and I started driving for Moon, and it has not went up one single mile.
He must have went up.
Or 2,000
No, I think he
miles.
must have been at 19 because he did 1,000 miles just after we joined that day. So he went
but
up a
we
bit.
hadn't put any miles. We hadn't put any miles on. I don't think
No.
at that time. We were just finishing up our first loads. 'Cause it was at when he ended his stream that day, they were at 20,000 miles, and that
Yeah.
has not went up one single mile since then.
Yeah,
That's why asked
I
him
don't think
today in the
either.
Stream, I was like, "Are your drivers
Yeah.
sleeping or what?"
Yeah, I don't think him or Taxi have been on, though I think Taxi was going to be going on. That's what he was saying when he was on my stream. Not sure, not sure.
I don't know. I gotta need to get in my truck. I'm on the outside of my truck here. Yeah, I don't know. But that's the deal. I mean, they could still sneak right up behind us the same way that we did to them, right?
Mhm.
Like, you know, they take a day and they get 4 or 5 people convoying with them. They can put some miles on pretty quick.
And then
Yeah.
Don't follow me, B.
Oh, I'm not. You put on you grab a job 2,000 miles and everybody completes that job and you got 5 people on right there. That's 10,000 miles right there, right?
You're gonna go
From one convoy.
up and get that and then come back down again. Yeah. But you know, Miss Silverman does convoys too. I think the other day there, of course, because Twitch was being twitchy. I don't know if she got on the next night on to, what are you doing, Cara? We've got the right way. What the
I didn't
heck?
see her on last night. That's not saying that she wasn't on, but I didn't see her.
I don't remember seeing her on, but then I was streaming myself, so she might have been on, and I just missed it. But yeah, she definitely wasn't on Thursday. Well, she was on, but of course Twitch was really twitchy on Thursday, because I think it was Wednesday, Thursday they had those issues. I get a bit of lag. Are you getting
there's
lag?
still issues.
Are you getting any lag? I'm getting
No,
some
but that rain
weird lag.
being increased when you increase the weather, though, I actually found that out. When you increase your weather higher and stuff too, it creates poly, and it does create lag sometimes. I was like, well, what about disappearing and reappearing trucks and trailers on the road? And they're like, yeah, it comes from the weather.
never mind.
If you increase it, it creates some kind of poly lag or whatever,
Time to hit the road.
and that's what causes it.
Yeah.
Usually only a multiplayer issue, but
Yeah, I was doing it before it started raining though.
yeah, I'm getting no lag at all. I did
Okay,
have
good.
Noxie disappear while he was in front of me 2 or 3 times,
Oh.
but
Noxie just goes into ninja mode.
Turn left.
oh, he appeared right back in front of me. That's what I thought he did at one point. I was like, hey, she's about town. I was like, hey.
Turn left.
Let's see. Where am I going? Why can't I go straight on, or is that a one-way street? I bet you it is. Oh well.
Oh, GD made a wrong turn. I think he's got to turn around.
What's up?
Never mind.
It can't be a one-way street, can it? Because it's letting me go.
You know,
Do you guys have your loads already?
No, I went to the spanner first. I'm just heading down now. My sat nav's trying to do weird and wonderful things to me, but
I'll meet you guys in Newport. I had to take a different load.
oh,
And then I gotta jump out of the convoy and connect this profile to the load truck.
Was a nice ride.
could you not take this one? No.
No, I grabbed another one going to Newport. So
Okay.
I
I don't know. I'm trying to go to. I'm trying to drive on the right side of the road.
it's not back there, Titch. Obviously, if I'm pulling out here and I don't have it hooked up,
Mine's is back here. I don't know where yours is. Mine's is back here.
yours is
Right
not
there.
back there.
It
It's back
is.
here.
I'm picking it up now. It's back here. You're the one who got lost again as usual.
I didn't get lost again as usual.
You
My
got
load's up here.
lost.
My load is inside the building right here. I'm picking up.
Yeah,
a
mine's
load
is it.
of
Mine's is up
glass
here.
and corn.
Mine's is up the back corner here. Right.
And just seeing your trailer back there, you're gonna be hauling a little tiny titchy trailer while I'm hauling a big old bumblebee trailer.
Yeah, but I'm lower level. I don't know what save. You've come in with your main save, whereas I've only got a wee. This is only a wee save. It's a big prefab. It's quite a big trailer. It's not bad size. What size is yours? Where are you? If you come out the building
I
yet?
told you, mine was inside the building. I had to back inside the building. But
I know, that's
thought
what I'm
that-
saying. Have you come out the building yet?
Yes, I'm right here.
Oh, there you go. Oh, your trailer's the same size as mine, you sausage. That's a sausage. Oh, truck.
Hey, that's a big trailer. You gotta cut like wide turns, eh?
Yeah,
I almost took the fence out there.
it's okay.
There's a bus behind you. Yeah.
Oh no, you let the bus in. It's got me going weird ways. I'm just going to follow Noxie.
Yeah, I'm heading to Newport. I'm just going to a different drop-off location.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna jump out.
Was this a DLC load that we took then?
Oh.
No, my profile is just not connected to the World of Trucks.
Oh shit! Sorry, mate. I would have taken a freight of it on.
Train.
Well, it's just a really short one, so we will.
No, you're
I
good.
thought that you said that you took a freight load.
The first one was a freight road, but I didn't actually realise he wasn't connected to all the trucks on this. So this one's a World of Trucks.
I'll jump out and I'll connect it to the World of Trucks.
Doing weird things, I tell you. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I'm easy. Either way, I'm fast. Taking freight for a change, because we do lots of other trucks. Look, there he is. He's got a big beastie on the back. We've got a house. He's got a trailer.
That's the deal. There's tons of loads in World of Trucks. You don't have to take the gift loads. I've been just taking the other types of loads in World of Trucks.
Well, that's why this is. I like doing the freight occasionally as well. You know.
Oh yeah, I'll haul anything. I had a
On
beautiful load of Volvo tires earlier, but then got frustrated because I got turned around. Then I almost missed a turn again, so I ended up whacking the median and shook the whole truck right to its core. And I was just like, "Hey, Knox, why don't we just cancel this one and start a new one?"
yeah.
Would have been a good load. I will do a couple long loads there after. This is my question now. Truck books. Is truck books going to cover all my... Oh, yes. You said as long as I'm signed in through truck books into the ATS or ATS, all my saves will count. Because, I mean, Noxie and I might go into our other one at some point later on today. Maybe, possibly. And Nox, take a couple runs of fuel down into the States from Alberta or something. Try out our cab overs. We never actually gave those a test run. Well, you may have since then, but I haven't yet. Have you? You still with us?
Well, he's driving, so I'm assuming so. He's not falling. He's not falling asleep at the wheel. Yeah.
He's probably talking to his wife.
Alright.
It's all good.
Hey Knox, do you want to do a couple of fuel runs down into the States out of Alberta after a while later on this evening?
Yeah.
We'll try out those cab overs that we've done up.
It's getting interesting.
Sounds good to me, man.
I like that old trailer and doing those trucks up like that. I think it's fun.
Yeah. They look
I
good.
wish we could get that Texaco one.
I gotta watch my damn speed here. 'Cause I'm not in a World of Trucks, so I'm not limited in my speed.
Oh, you are. You should be, because I limited it for everybody. So
Oh,
you
okay.
shouldn't be able to go over 65,
Okay.
even if you're on a freight. But
So is there
I don't
only
know,
one
because you-
adjustment for that? It's just like it's either 65 or free for all, or are we able to adjust that to say like, okay, 75 miles an hour?
I can't find anywhere to adjust it. It just says it's just a tick box speed limiter. That's it.
Head up, head up.
Yeah, I'd like to if I could get it. So 75, I think is 75 miles an hour is a good
Yeah.
number. That's 75 miles an hour is what?
Oh,
Knox? About 110?
stop.
I was gonna
Break.
say, heads up.
Yeah, I did hear you just saying head up, and I just realised what you said. Especially when I came round the corner and saw it. They're like,
I'm not
shit,
that
Shayna.
close to either of you.
You're close enough now.
What in the world is this?
Well, that's the. Not
Oh
anyway.
man, I just smoked a car with my trailer too. I just flung it right into the woods with my trailer. I don't even know how that happened.
Uh,
I was
Yeah,
trying
we've
to
got
slow
some.
down for it on that bend.
Yeah, I'm slowing down in these corners. I'm just taking it easy. Do, 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 do.
He's a
I
maniac.
can't see what I'm doing.
For sure.
Yeah, okay. That's
Hopefully
better.
that
I'll
don't
record
hurt
that.
my nails.
On the loose.
Hopefully that didn't hurt my miles.
Why?
What
What'd you do?
thought
Smoke
so.
it harder?
No, I took 4% trailer damage.
You're alright if it's just a trailer.
Trailer
If it's
damage
your
is
load,
fine.
it's your load's the one that hurts. Yeah.
If it's trailer and
Cargo.
load, they add them up together. Like if it's cargo and trailer, they'll add them up together in the percentage. But if it's just the trailer, I've had my trailer 17% and still get excellent on delivery because there was no damage done to the cargo.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I just, for miles.
Look at this. This one's dragging its arse in it. Oh, did you see that?
Oh,
That's a-
see, that's not right down the road. This is and it's the weather. It's
I need
the
to
weather
clip
thing
that. I've
tilts.
clipped it. listen,
See?
I'm not changing the weather, mate. It's not happening.
Yeah,
Because
well,
that's good fun.
That's what causes that stuff. That's what causes that stuff to happen.
That's so cool.
It's with
Yeah,
your
we've had
food.
shit like that happening in TC's convoys, and he's never had the rain. He didn't change his weather, so it's not.
Yes, he did. He turned
Oh
the
my-
weather up after you told him about it.
Oh, did he?
Yes, you two do everything to me. You guys pick on me all the time, day and
He
night.
didn't turn it up
Then you
that much.
blame it all on me.
Yeah. And that time that cars went flying at you, there was no weather. It was a bright sunny day and that car came round the corner and went flying through the air and hit the back of your truck.
It
That was a
doesn't
weird
matter.
one.
It doesn't matter. You already had the weather turned up.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter either because it wasn't raining.
Always blaming me for everything.
I think
Chat
I've
there.
heard this song. Yeah, I've not got the blame
on
bee.
me.
I have no way to do a blame bee on
They
YouTube.
pick on me.
I've got the
pick
bee
on me
on.
all the
I've got the bee on my dashboard, keeping an eye on me there.
I actually got a bee in this truck too.
Cool, cool. Bee there. They go over there. That's it. Sorry. Wee dog sitting there beside my sat nav on the right hand side there.
This bog's so heavy I can't see these bends.
I know, that's why I'm just going. I'm going really slow at the moment.
I'm
Really
only
slow.
5 miles.
Yeah, I was doing about 33 there. Coming up that hill.
I haven't been able to get out of 12th gear yet.
Hmm. Well, all out at 40 miles an hour. 41.
Yeah, that is weird. What the heck? Did I just bump
Just
something?
say, don't
I
come
was in
slipping
the
up
middle
on
of
me.
it.
I'm still at 35 mile an hour.
You're quite wee bits ahead of me because I think I was only sitting about 33 for a while there, so it's
Yeah,
starting
that's
to
weird, kid.
fog's starting to clear actually.
Yeah. I'm speeding
What?
up.
What's that? What's it be?
No, I tried to move the screen around a little bit and everything, and it's still it don't show me how many people that you have viewing.
Got 5.
That is weird.
We've got
Accident
5
up
at the
here in
moment.
one of the lanes.
I don't know.
Just be careful
You used
coming
to
up.
show me.
Okay.
Mountie, trying to smoke me. There you go.
Mhm.
There you go. Oh, that's something that I would like for them to. Oh, whoa. It sucked the whole lot. That mouse is too close to the other mouse, so when I ended up hitting it, and that changes my view. I'm gonna start turning that off.
Red lights, red lights, red lights.
What's this jerk doing? Is he gonna try and come in my lane?
Right.
No, I've got 1% on the load, 5% on the trailer.
Okay. Hopefully it's not too bad. I guess that's the only advantage to running with your own trailers is that you can at least fix them in the break. Do you know what else I've noticed though is ATS you've got insurance, right? So when you break your truck your insurance covers a bit of quite a chunk of the cost. ETS, there's no insurance, so you gotta pay everything. It's expensive if you damage your truck in ETS. Really expensive.
Oh, I've only rolled one, and the deal is over there. I don't know if it's the shape of the trailers or what, because they're very. I don't know. There's a difference in them, and
Yeah,
they
the
only
center
got
of
single
gravity is
tires on the
wrong.
axles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have double tires on the axles like
You
we
can put
have
double
here.
tires on, but it doesn't seem to make that much of a difference because I've put double tires on it and I'm like, it's still not really making that much of a difference.
The deal is I've rolled my truck over in ETS a few times. I've only ever did it twice on here. I've done it a few times on ETS. It's just like it seems very, 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 very top heavy. Usually when I roll a truck over here, it's because I flew the truck over the top of something and it rolled in there and then landed on its top.
Yeah, that they roll. They do tend to. You feel it when you're going around corners. Sometimes if you feel it trying to roll, it's hard. I think. Yeah, I think when I started playing, it wasn't long before I rolled it. The first time I played it, right onto its side. I was just going around a corner, and not overly fast either. And I think partly because I tried to overcorrect it. I overcorrected it as well, which didn't help. And yeah, flat on the side.
Of course, the first time I did it, I was like, I need a tractor in ETS. I pulled my truck back over.
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of rolling trucks, I was reading on the news there yesterday. Somebody went into our local quarry and flipped 10 of their work trucks and cut the catalytic converters off.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they walked in the next morning. 10 of their pickup trucks were on their side with the cats all cut out of them.
Oh.
I'm like, that's a
Yeah,
ball.
all you need is 2 to 3 people. You start rocking a truck, you can roll it right over on their side.
No, they brought their own bobcat with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they came prepared. They rolled them with bobcats and had a guy follow with a sawzall and cut the cats out of them.
Yeah, they're worth a lot of money, aren't they, these cats, though? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Cadillac converters they are now, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, that's a
I'm
ballsy
gonna
move.
have to do
Down here in the city, somebody actually tried to do it at a dealership.
just my.
Oh, we had people go through a line at the dealership taking
Yeah, I've did that.
cats out of all the trucks.
Went too far forward there.
Or they've taken all the tires and rims off the trucks and left the trucks on blocks. I'm like, that's ballsy.
There we go. It's another wee jobby done.
They even here a couple of years ago they were stealing tractors right out of the fields.
Yeah.
Looking in his chat just to.
They were stealing whole tractors.
Right.
Here, I gotta say hi to I'm gonna turn them up here a little bit, but I'm gonna mute myself here on Discord just because I'm gonna go in and say hi to GD. I haven't said hi to him today.
Yeah, I just shut him down actually just because I was getting lag and I'm thinking, I think it's just been since I had him in the background, so yeah, I thought it was safer just to. Right, we want a freight market jobby. That's what we want, guys. I'm actually going to probably. I don't know if you want to take a quick break.
I'm just finishing this load and then I'm
40 hours. All right, yeah, that's good because I need to run to the people's P place. Right, that's 7, that's 8. What time is it? It takes one. We'll look at one for about 15 or something. Oh, what's that one? Triple trailer. 10 hours to somewhere. Been there though.
Hey,
Cars.
Titch.
Uh-huh.
If you're driving down the road, does your radio in your truck randomly come on?
No, I don't have... No. It doesn't. I have to actually go and actually switch it on for it to come on.
Yeah, I don't know what I do, but yeah, it just randomly comes on.
That's a bit... Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe something where you've got it set up. Okay, we're going to do a quick BRB, people. And we will be right back. But yeah, I need to run to the... Woo! We're back. We'll see you back in a bit, Noxie.
Yeah.
I'll be right back to you.
Right, we are back. Right, we've taken a quick job. How far is it? 11 minutes. It's a freight one, so what I'll do is I'll wait for the guys coming back.
Get ready.
We'll head on down and pick it up, so when they come back they'll be able to see the job and grab it. This one's slightly longer, I think. I think I'm going to put GD onto my phone.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right.
They're okay for fuel at the moment. Well, if I see any on the way, I might try and grab it, just top it up, but
Turn
I
right.
think we should be cool. Get green, get green. Ah, look, actually it's there. I'm gonna go past it, so we may as well, I think, grabbing it. It's just up on the right here, I think. So we'll just swing in there then and grab it. Just get ourselves topped up. Probably would have got this rundown without it, but doesn't do any harm just to top ourselves up. And we're waiting for the guys coming back as well anyway, so.
Get ready to turn right.
Right.
Turn right. Keep right.
In here?
We are
I
fit.
think so. I'm picking up cars. Right. Right. And set GPS, take job.
Drive safe.
Go. Oh, I have to jump up in the curve a little bit. Right. I'll just wait here, I guess.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, we could just hold on and put this up way out on the really anywhere to wait properly and not get in the way. We'll wait till the guys get here and then we'll pull out a little bit. I could wait in the fuel station, I guess, because we're going to go that way anyway. It might be a place to park for now till they get here. We've got the job. I just need to get on the road.
Keep left and then turn left.
Pull on here. Then we can wait for the guys. If I can, actually, I'll probably just go through the fuel pumps, it'll be easier.
Find a new route.
Then I'll be, just inside here, then I'll be where I need to get out onto the road here for when they come. Myself a bit of a void. There we go. Break. Hopefully they'll not be too long. Let's have a look. Bees there, bees there. So Noxie took a different load the last time, but we're all good now. He can join us on this one because it's just free. He's busy blathering somewhere. Ah, I missed that photo actually when we came in. I could have taken that photograph. Oh, well, we'll get it another time. We get it another time. There we go. You should be able to take a freight, mate, so it should be up in there.
Yeah,
I've picked it up. I'm just sitting at the fuel station. I don't know if where B is we still speaking to JD or no. But if he's no back, we'll start running without him. Oh right, my brother said it's 3 points and a £60 fine for speeding here. Each infraction stays on your licence for 3 months. If you go over 12 points at any one time, you get a minimum 3-month ban. So that's not nearly as bad as yous, right?
I don't know. Like, well, we get a license suspension 50 kilometers over the speed limit,
Yeah.
which is a 3-month license ban or license ban and a 14-day vehicle impound.
All right. Okay. I don't know if the vehicles get impounded or not. I don't think so.
And it is not cheap because a
Yeah.
7-day impound here is $1,000. So trust me, I've done it. Not 50
Yeah.
not 50 over the speed limit.
Whereas it's like £60 fine for speeding, right? So 60 quid's only what, $100 maybe, you say?
Yeah.
100 Canadian dollars ish.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'll see what B says when he comes back. If he comes back. He's definitely gone AWOL now. He's
Yeah,
maybe gone for a wee. He just went to say hi. As long as he's not muted himself and forgotten that he's still muted.
Yeah, I'm on my way to get that load.
Cool. So I'm just sitting.
Yeah, I ended up pouring myself a crown while I was up, so
Nice.
now it should be good for
Yeah.
air pop is going down 2 spin.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, there
There
it is.
you go. Anyway, my wee brother, because he's watching, but he can't chat live because of his tablet, doesn't somehow let him chat live on YouTube. But he was saying that he texted me and he said, here, you get 3 points on your license for speeding and a £60 fine. So about $100, right, Canadian? And each infraction stays on your license for 3 months. If you go over 12 points, so that's just like, what, 4 times? You get caught speeding 4 times. At any one time, you get a minimum 3-month ban. I don't know what the maximum is, but this is minimum 3 months, so yeah.
Well, our bans are year long, so 12 months.
That's your minimum, or is that just set?
Our points, unless you beat the ticket, our points do not come back on our license and then it gains just small portions. So you get 2 points a year. So if you lose 6 points off your license, it'll take you 3 years to regain those 6 points.
Where here it takes you get them back within 6 months. So
Yeah. See, it depends on how long or how fast you're really going too, right, B?
Yeah.
Like 50 over here, you lose your license for 3 months and a 14-day vehicle impound.
Right, we're just waiting for you, B. We've got a load. Not too far along the road to where you are, mate.
But if they take it, if you're speeding like that, Knox, and they take your whole license and stuff like that, they reissue you the whole license back inside of 3 months. But if they just deduct points off, it's only 2 points a year that gain back. But that's for any kind of traffic fines. Like,
How many points? How many points are on your license, so to speak? Because I think 12 is the limit here.
You have no point. You start with no points on your license.
Yeah, but 12 is
And
the
then
limit
they
here
add
before.
points.
Yeah.
They add points, and once you hit a certain limit, your license is gone.
Yeah. You lose it for. It depends on what it is. It depends on
all right,
how fast you're going and that. They'll probably take into account. It'll be different for everybody. But as my brother says, the minimum is 3 months. So, but it could be a year. In some cases, it could be 5 years. It all depends on why. But yeah,
you see,
and how
now,
fast you're going it.
The Ontario provincial, like your driver's license from Ontario, it definitely works different than ours down here in the Maritimes. Because I believe it's all because we start out with 10 points, and points are deducted per infraction.
Right.
And
Okay.
It takes a year to gain back 2 points. So if you have a year that you've not had a ticket or a driving infraction or whatever, then you gain 2 points back onto your license with a maximum of 10 points. So it's like if I'm driving with my New Brunswick driver's license, we'll say for instance, I know, Noxie, I'm using Ontario as a reference again. It's the only place I've ever gotten nailed for speeding that I didn't really feel like I was speeding.
Fair enough.
Because
You know what it is? It's because
What?
you're an out of province plate.
Yeah.
They give us 20 to 25 kilometers an hour over the speed limit before they do anything.
Yeah,
to us.
he didn't.
That's
didn't
quite
even-
high.
And I just woke up and I had slept in the car. I had just woke up and I was trying to find food. and
He was.
and I
You.
was in
You.
no
You.
mood for this guy, and I called him every name in the book too. After
Yeah.
he started giving me lines, I was like, "Oh man!"
So B was driving me his belly, basically. That was.
Oh, he had me mad. I was,
Yeah, I bet. I bet.
was
Yeah.
done in. I was like, "Oh man." I was like, I get out of this province, I ain't never coming back into it again. But I was heading west, so I had no choice.
Mhm.
You had to come back.
There we go.
Let me tell you, I didn't go a kilometer over 90 all the way through Ontario, and I was never so happy to see the Quebec border. I was like, man.
It's funny.
Just put your car on a plane and travel it back to BC or back to New Brunswick.
But the deal was I was doing 120 and a 90,
Oh well, no wonder.
and
Oh my God, I think we can
he
start
nailed
rolling.
me. He nailed me, and it cost me a few $100 to get it sorted out. I actually did write the ticket, and I got some relieved off of it. But the thing was, it was like, I think it was every 5 kilometers over the speed limit, it was increasing the fine, and for every 5 kilometers over the speed limit, they deducted a point off of my driver's license. So the first initial fine was 2 points, and then for every 5 kilometers over the speed limit it cost me another point. I did get all the points reinstated when I fought the ticket, but I ended up having to pay, it was $300 and some dollars, ended up having to pay in the end to make it right. So I was frustrated, and the deal is the reason why I was doing 120 at the time is because I passed a couple of people that was in front of me, and there was a broken line on the.
Are you rolling? I'm rolling. I'm assuming I saw you were moving, B, so I'm assuming everybody's rolling.
I'm rolling.
Cool.
See, what it was is I had just passed a couple of people, and when I passed them, I took the left lane that was a broken line, so I was able to pass. By the time he seen me and I was going back into the other lane, it was 2 solid lines. So that's why he was kind of making a group. But that's how I was able to fight the ticket, is because I was passing two other cars there, and it was seen on his dash cam.
All right.
So,
Yeah, there you go.
the judgment that they put towards it is that I would have started passing him in the breakdown lane, but for me to catch up to him, I still would have had to been speeding, I guess. So
How did you get on, Noxie, when you delivered your load there with damage? Did you?
It made it through.
Okay, cool. Julio.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's that day I was in a rotten mood too, and I wasn't being very nice to him either. He was actually only doing his job, and I did apologize to the officer when we were in court and everything like that. There, I said, like, you know, and explained the whole situation and stuff. But the judge wasn't gonna let me off scot-free. I did have to pay below $300.
Well, okay.
But he did give me all my points back, and
Yeah, if you go in all good about it and not try to fight, they're pretty good in court.
yeah, well, I mean, I just like I
Trust
said,
me.
like, I was passing people. I tried to explain that to the cop when he pulled me over, but he was in a bit of a mood, like he was kind of butch, you know what I mean? Like
He was trying
chest
to
poked
make
out kind of deal.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off. So it set me off, and I was hungry, and I had only gotten about 4.5 hours sleep in the car, It was really, really cold that night, so I had to keep waking up and turning the car on, turning the heat on. Then it would get too hot, and then I'd have to turn it off and everything else like that there. So
No, if you go into court with a good attitude, they're normally pretty good. Trust me. My court case stretched out 10.5 months. But I went in with a good attitude, and they friggin' gave me a bit of a break.
yeah, I mean, the judge definitely gave me a break.
Mind you, my ticket wasn't for speeding.
No, mine was for speeding.
So,
I think there was something else on there too. It was something about because I was on 2 solid lines and stuff like that there. And I was passing cars. I think there was something
red
on
light.
the ticket for that as well too. Or that was one of the tickets that I got. And like they threw that out because the dash cam on the cruiser actually proved it to be false.
Yeah.
Because for me to have been passing those cars, like I was literally on the other side of them, I would have had to start it passing them where the line was broken. So that's why that one got tossed out. And then, but he had me racked up over $1,000 in fines. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. No, by the time I was said and done in court, I ended up with 3 months license suspension, 7-day vehicle impound, and $2,250 fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when he said that he was giving me all my points back on my driver's license, that really surprised me because I think with all the fines, it worked out to be like 7 points off my driver's license. So basically, one infraction would have cost me my license, or I would have been driving on 1 point, and I would have had to been on my very best behavior for a whole year to get 2 more back. But yes, I think I was it was about 120 kilometers an hour is what I was going. It was 90-kilometer zone, and it was going up through. Oh, I'm trying to think of the name of the place there, but there's a spot when you're coming out of the mountains, Noxie, up there on the western side of the province there, just before coming into Manitoba. And there's like it was just I was on the straightaway when I was passing the cars, and then it was going back into kind of like somewhat of across a couple of mountains or good sized hills there, and you're going through like the ledge.
Yeah.
Deal. It's like the roads cut through the ledge.
You call them mountains. They're only rock cuts.
Yeah. But
we have.
Well, I mean, it was going uphill. It was elevated.
Yeah, no, the problem is there's rock cuts through Huntsville, rock cuts through Perry Sound, everywhere. Sudbury.
I think it wasn't Sudbury. It was. I think
if you were close to the Manitoba border, you probably were in the Sault Ste. Marie area.
Yeah, I think so. If I remember correct, it was around there. I mean, that's been 10 years ago, so.
Yeah, you would have been in the Sault Ste. Marie area somewhere.
Yeah. And like, you know, I admitted in court and everything, and I explained, like, you know, where my demeanor was and stuff too, and I think the judge kind of took that into consideration as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I just slept for 4.5 hours in the car. Temperature, because I had parked the car up in like one of the spots where you pull the semis over, going through the hills there, and I had slept there with a bunch of trucks, and I felt like, you know, well, this is pretty safe. Hopefully. And I passed out in the car for about 4.5 hours, and I had woke up 2 or 3 times having to start the car, and I was stupid hungry.
You should have just jumped in a truck with one of them boys.
Oh, that's quite alright.
Who knows what's gonna happen to you? But hey.
Anyway, no, I mean, but the deal is I was stupid hungry. I had a miserable sleep, and I was already in a poorly mood. And even the officer, he he said that, like, you know, me coming that fast and stuff like that there, that he realizes when he approached the car that he was not in his best demeanor either, in the way that he was approaching the situation, and that things escalated and kind of got out of hand, stuff like that, you know. So both sides, you know, we kind of made a peace with it there in the courtroom, I guess, if you will, and
You're
up
both
only paying
agreed you
300
were
plus.
both wrong.
Yeah, like we both escalated the situation with our poor attitudes
Yeah.
in the situation, and it turned in because he even said, like, you know what I mean. He says, I was only going to give you a $187 speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Right? He says originally, and as things escalated and the bickering back and forth between the two of us and everything, it escalated into all these other fines and things like that there. But the judge didn't feel good at just $187. He charged me a little over 300, and to make it right, and I was good with that. I wasn't great with it, but I did it. I was just like, yeah, sure. If this is what makes it go away, here you go. And there was no restrictions, because they can actually put restrictions on your driver's license between provinces too, right? Like they can basically make it like I'd be able to drive here in New Brunswick, and I'd be able in Quebec and in Manitoba, but I wouldn't be able to drive through Ontario.
Oh, really? They do that?
Yeah, they can do it.
Oh, wow.
I can lose my license provincially, like in a province,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that I'm not
That's
allowed
weird.
to drive in that province
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
right now,
for a
I
driving
can't-
infraction. Right?
Yeah, see, I can't cross the U.S. border.
That's a big province.
Yeah. But I mean, once again, it just boils down, like, you know, it was all came from attitude being formed due to the circumstances that were surrounding it, and it escalated into something that wasn't necessary.
Lights.
I could have just accepted a $187 fine and 2 points off of my driver's license, and it'd been done. You know, and it was just like I say, I was already triggered, but I was just gonna do it. I was just like, fuck, you know. And then he came up to the car with his chest all poked out and with an attitude and waving his hand and everything else like that there, and I was just like, who's this guy think he is? and it just escalated, basically. Turned into something it didn't need to.
Where he needs fuel. Okay.
So it's one of those lessons in life that says always put your best foot forward, because you'll have better outcomes, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe.
And who knows, if I would have had a good enough attitude, took the time to take a breath, explain to him
But then
everything,
you never,
you know
because
what I mean? He might
because
have even said,
maybe.
you know,
But he had a
here's
shitty
a warning.
attitude. It's easy to hear the shitty attitude as well. So chances are he would have dumped on you anyway. Just maybe not quite as hard, but he probably still would have dumped on you.
Well, that's the thing. I think possibly, like I say, even if I would have approached it a little bit the better attitude and stuff, it might have just ended up with a here's a warning. Because that can happen just as easy.
Oh, come on, Cash. What are you doing? Just, I
Got
don't
enough
know.
of those over the years, warnings. Just don't do that again. Just a little warning ticket, and it's on record that you've been warned about it. So if somebody else catches you doing it and pulls you over, then you're going to get probably double a fine.
Color of lights have we got? Red. Okay. Do 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 do.
You see, I never ever got a driving infraction in a semi or a bigger vehicle. It was always in a car. Never got a driving infraction even in a pickup truck. It's always been in a car.
Nah.
I had one cop pull. I frustrated him something fierce too. I stopped at the stop sign.
This light's never changing. This light took about 3 days to change. Hopefully yous will get here before it changes back again, because it's forever. Hey, Outlaw, how are you, mate? Get on in here. We've only got one mod on in the world of trucks, but we're running freight, so you can come in if you want, mate. We've just got that one mod I sent you an image of. If you
See,
just
I
go
didn't cut you off that time, Knox.
look,
Yeah, I
look,
didn't
search for
find
route advisors, you'll find it. And you can join us, mate, if you want to. We'll just run freight, no world of trucks.
Say, Noxie, what's STOP stand for?
Oh, stop. Red light. What does what stand for?
What does
What's
STOP
STOP
stand for?
Yeah.
Goal. Real fast.
No, STOP, a cop, he come up, he didn't think I stopped at the stop sign, but I did. Right? But it was kind of like a quick stop. I just
It's-
kind of like...
Alright,
I
okay.
rolled up and tapped on the brakes and carried on.
It stands for stupid turn up overtook Polis.
No, it means spin tires on pavement.
Stupid turn up overtook the Polis, that's what it says.
That's okay. You want to hear something really stupid?
Ah,
I was on my way home from work last night, and I was like beat. I sat at a stop sign for about an hour and 15 minutes waiting for it to turn green.
oh.
Are you serious?
Did you actually go to sleep when you were...
Yeah, I was sitting there waiting for it to turn green.
Okay.
It's a good thing a line of cars didn't come behind you and get out and knock on your window and say, "Yay!"
Yeah.
Oh, by the time I clued into what it was, yeah.
There's no pressure, mate. If you don't want to come in, you don't have to come in.
Go straight on.
So the cop came up and they asked me, it's like, "Do you not know what STOP?" And it's how he phrased it. That's how he got the answer. You ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers. He says, "What, do you not know what STOP stands for?" And I said, "I sure do." He says, "What's it mean?" And I said, "It means it stands for spin tires on pavement." He said, "No, it does not. It means stop." And I says, "Well,
Yeah.
dude, you got to stop to spin the tires on the pavement."
Yeah, but then that's not what he asked you, right? He asked you what STOP means. He didn't ask you what stop
He didn't
means.
ask me what it means. He asked
That's
me
two
what it
different
stood
things
for.
altogether. STOP
Yeah,
can mean anything. Stop means stop. And he's
Yeah,
not asking you.
I think you got selective hearing in your one ear.
Huh?
I said, what did I say? That when he first asked me, what did he ask me?
What
He asked
STOP?
what it means. He asked what it stood for.
Yeah. But that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It is.
What's STOP mean as a word? It means stop. It's the word stop.
No.
What's
No,
STOP stand for?
No. If you're saying STOP, you're saying that not as a word, but as an anagram. So if you ask what it means, as an anagram, it can mean anything, like stupid turn up overtakes Polis. If you ask what the word stop means, that's a different question altogether.
He didn't ask what the word stop means.
Exactly,
He said,
that's my point. So
what
it
does
could have been.
STOP stand for?
So he's asking you what STOP means, so which is a different question altogether.
What's STOP stand for? Spin tires on pavement. Who does not? Means stop. So you gotta stop to spin the tires on the pavement.
Right, okay, so pavement here is where the pedestrians walk.
Pavement what we drive on.
No, we drive on roads and the pavement's where the pedestrians walk.
And how are roads created? They are what?
They're rolled.
Roads are paved. It's a paved road.
So are our pavements are rolled too. Our pavements are also paved. So our pavements are paved and our roads are paved. So
you stop making sense like my pavements do.
our pavements are paved. So pavements are made the same way that roads are made. Unless of course they decide to put slabs down. But yeah, most of our pavements are also paved.
No, see, you listeners, you gotta make everything complicated.
I make
I
it
was not
complicated.
understanding a word.
I
just say
got.
that.
It's because I was just like that. What?
Are we planning on turning left here anytime soon, B?
Oh dear.
Are we supposed to? It's not showing me left.
I don't know. You get your signal light on for the left.
Oh, he's done it again.
It's because of the controller. So the way I'm holding the controller, I'm holding it down with my fingers going downward on the.
My fingers are nowhere near my triggers, except when the. Well, I'm on cruise control, so when I'm cruising, my fingers are not anywhere near the triggers.
No,
It's probably
like
why I
when
don't stop
when I'm
fast
holding
enough.
My fingers on the triggers because my triggers are pointed downward. My upper in between my middle knuckle and my upper knuckle sometimes it's the RB.
What kind of controller are you using? Maybe it's the size of your hands. I mean, my hands barely fit around the controller, so, you know.
I got a lot bigger hands than you, Titch.
I suspect
I'm
so.
almost 6 feet tall, 250
It's quite
pounds.
possible. Well, you know, small people can have big hands sometimes, you know. I just don't. I've got small hands and small feet. I was just titchy all over. Well, except my belly's not quite so titchy nowadays, but hey, whose
It's
is?
all that chocolate you're eating.
It is definitely that chocolate I'm eating. It's yummy. Oh, we got flash.
It'd be nice if we could do
Why
one
have we
load
changed the music?
the whole time.
Wide loads, you can't do them in Convoy.
What's that? No, I
Yeah.
said one. It would be nice to do one load without it raining the whole load.
Oh, I thought you said wide loads.
I didn't know what either of you said. I was just waiting to find out.
Oh, if I want to take a wide load, I'd just take my wife. There you go.
That was an
Hear
ouch.
you hear a thud.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, she left for work, so we're good.
Bet she's watching the stream. They're no good.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be my luck?
You're like,
Yeah.
You'll hear that. You won't hear that thud,
I'm
but
stuck
I'll
in
let you know
traffic.
what happened.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Wide loads. Now, I wish that we could do it in Convoy in a
you know
way that
what?
we had a couple of people to run the vehicles.
I never even thought of that. Do you know that? I never thought about those not being available in Convoy. It's a shame.
Not. Yeah, they're not. I wish we could do it in a style that if we were doing it in a convoy, we could choose, like, you know, one person's driving the truck and the other ones are driving the vehicles,
Yeah.
right?
You
So
can.
that
I've
yeah,
seen it
I mean,
done.
if
You
you
just
could
have
set
to-
it up that way.
You can use those trailers that you and I were using just before this.
You'd have to set it up like a role play, I guess. Is that what you
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, because you can bring in the cars that you can turn into police cars and stuff.
Yeah.
No,
And
you don't
just-
have to do it as a police car. Like, we have our own. It's separate companies here in Canada that do that.
Yeah,
right?
but do
Like,
we have it on the workshop one that actually?
Yeah, AI drivable AI.
Yeah.
You can get a pickup on there, and you can get a fire truck on there,
Yeah.
and garbage
Pretty
truck
sure
and
you can get
everything
a
else.
cop car on there.
Yeah, but the one that I know is you could use it. Well, it's a car. Like you can turn it into a police car or whatever. Different kinds of
Oh,
cars.
this one, the AI thing gives you several vehicles, and he's adding more to it. But you can get a
Okay.
pickup and do it up as, because that's normally how it's done up here in Canada. Noxie, when a wide load's going, they have another company that is, and sometimes companies have their own escort vehicles.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if they
I
don't
think
have
that
their own escort vehicles, there's one hired on. There's companies that's all they do.
Yeah,
is just
and
escort.
we have. I think we've got something similar, but I think certain places when you're going through towns and that police, I think are also involved. And
Well, the police
it's
will
always
just
certain
block the
times of
road.
days, right? It's usually at night. Yeah, it's usually at night
Yeah.
time and stuff, right?
Yeah, all the police do is block a road off that can't come into the one that you're going. So like if you're gonna say, for instance, you're taking it down Main Street because it's the widest street to go down through in a particular area or something like that.
Hold on,
The
hold on.
police will block off all the side roads so that there's no entrance coming
I've got-
through. So
Right,
delineators and stuff.
my bro's giving me more information on the speed and stuff. Wait a minute. It's a lengthy text. Give me a second till I read it. It's because you can't chat in live chat on.
Well, no driving and texting.
I'm not. Well, he's doing the texting. I'm just doing the reading.
Oh,
If you're
reading
caught,
while driving.
yeah. If you're caught doing well over the speed limit, you're automatically sent to court for disposal. Fuck, that's a bit much. Dispose of you. Being found guilty can lead to. You thought it was bad. Being found guilty can lead to larger fines and bans. Over 100 miles an hour can result in instant suspension till your court case and can end up with a 3-year ban and an unlimited fine. So yeah, there's a bit more information. But yeah, you sent. I love that. You're automatically sent to court for disposal.
China.
Oh fuck me, we've always been China. Just hide it better. Yeah. Hello.
There's a compactor right behind the courthouse over there.
Cheers, Andy.
Just take out the back door.
Oh wow, I've got called into a way station for the first time. This is the first time I've been in the way station since we started, guys, I think.
No, yeah, I mean, there's definitely restrictions. I mean, like, you get driving infractions, they can. I'll be honest with you, that $300 was the only, well, other than a couple parking tickets that weren't even actual parking tickets. It was because I was at the college. And I forgot to put my thing in the window. Driving my parking pass.
Oh right, got you.
One when I was at Delta Beauce du Jour, and those one of those little stinking meter maids went around and gave me parking tickets. And the first time I just paid it. I was like, yeah, well, whatever. It's my own fault and stuff. The next time I was like, no, man, I paid for a parking pass. It cost me almost $200 to park here. I ain't paying no $85 parking ticket.
Yeah. That's like half the cost of the pass again, yeah. That's just nuts.
I went right into the meter maid, and I told him, I said, you know my car. You see my car every day.
Yeah.
You know I have a parking pass. Right? It wasn't in sight. It wasn't visible. I said it was sitting on the passenger seat. If you looked in the window, you could have seen it.
Yeah.
It wasn't hanging on the damn mirror.
Yeah.
Because we can't drive around with the parking passes hanging in the mirrors either, because we're not allowed to have anything hanging from the mirror.
Really?
Not even like an air freshener thing? No?
No, because it can interfere with your sight. We stick our air fresheners in our doors now, or we hang them off the dash somewhere.
Okay.
Not allowed to have anything that can swing or block sight of the windshield.
I've got Spaceman on mine currently.
Well, I used to have, like when I first
And I've got a sat nav on it as well on one side too.
Well, the deal is, when I had my first Cavalier, I had a 98 Cavalier, like brand new. That was the first brand new car I ever had. And I had dice hanging and a couple of necklaces hanging from the mirror.
You had necklace? Necklace hanging from your mirror?
Dice.
Oh, dice, right, necklace.
Fuzzy dice. Well, Foxy knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's
Everybody
just
used to have that
necklace.
one point in time. It wasn't
you
the
can,
big ones, Noxie.
you can
It
get
was
fuzzy
like
dice on here as well.
2-inch ones.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're 2-inch square, and there's like two of them. It's just like a set of fuzzy dice, right?
Yeah.
Like
Alright,
back in the 80s, they used to have, what were they, like 5-6-inch fuzzy dice hanging from their mirrors?
Huge.
Yeah, they were massive.
Yeah. They were definitely compensating for something.
I didn't get fined for it. Because I was actually parked, and the officer approached me about it, and he told me, he's like, I can fine you if you don't remove those. I had a couple of necklaces that I didn't wear anymore, hanging from the mirror and stuff like that there, and he said all that stuff had to be removed, and he actually showed it to me right in his little handbook to say what he could fine me for and everything else like that. And I was like, oh crap, yeah, I didn't know. He's like, yeah, just take them. He said that, and he kind of told me, he says, I know it isn't as cool looking or anything, but he said, just take them. You know that little hook that's back there for you to hang your suit on or whatever?
Yeah.
Like these little hooks for where the the little back side windows were.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, just hang them on there or something like that there. And then I said, well, they all have to buy another set for the other side.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
Right? And but we had a little bit of a chuckle from it and everything else like that there. But like he said, I just wanted to let you know. He says, I have seen you going a few times. You seem like a really because at the time I was much younger. I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like 22 when I had that car. So you know, he was just like, he was good about it. He was a cool RCMP officer, and he used to come and eat at the restaurant that I was working at too. So he had seen me there before too, right?
He didn't want you. He didn't want you peeing in his food.
No, he was good about it, right? Like, you know what I mean? Cause
He was
there's
okay
some of
with you
them
peeing in your food.
No, he was okay. Meaning that he was just he was cool about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like, you know, he was just letting me know. He's like, yeah, you could get fined for that. Right? He says, technically, he says, I could give you a fine for it. And I was like, you're going to give me a fine while I'm parked? I said, geez, you could at least let me put it in drive. He said, no, I'm not going to give you a fine. He says, I just wanted to make you aware of these things. And what you did, and I think that was really admirable of him to just be cool about it. You know? And
you wouldn't want to know what's hanging in the front window of my truck.
but once again, that's a provincial law as well, too, right? So
Yeah.
laws are, it's the same thing like down here. It's just finally down here in New Brunswick that we only need to have one license plate. Most of the cars being designed in coming right out since the early 2000s were only set up technically for one license plate.
Yeah.
But down here in the Maritimes, like Halifax, PEI, New Brunswick and everything, we used to have a plate on the front of our car and on the back of our car.
So do we.
All the other provinces had already made it so you only needed one plate.
No,
I think
we
they
need
have.
two here.
All right, okay. Apparently, my bro says it's the same here. You're not allowed to have anything that obscures your vision, so you couldn't hang your big salty dice here either. But I'm sure people did used to have stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining that people had stuff hanging there, or maybe they did
No, there's people that do
when
it.
I was younger.
See, like I've
It
got.
would probably take a dick officer or you to do something that looks like that those caused obstruction of your sight or something, like almost
So-
over somebody or something. But
Like I've
You
got
would
my
have
dash cam.
because of course you've got to have an MOT, a yearly MOT. But agricultural vehicles don't have to have the MOT though, right? I'm sorry, I'm speaking to my bro. He's listening. He just can't type in live chat, so he's texting me. But I don't think agricultural vehicles don't need.
to have that.
I'm pretty sure agricultural vehicles from my work. I'm sure they said the agricultural vehicles didn't have to have an MOT.
You meaning what's MOT?
It's a yearly test to make sure your car's roadworthy.
So it's an inspection. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got to pass it. If you don't pass it, you've got to pay to get your car up to scratch, or you're not allowed it on the road, if I remember rightly. So yeah, people can dread their MOTs because sometimes you take your car to the MOT and it's going to cost you hundreds to bring it up to scratch.
What was you going to say there, Noxine? And I got a quick question for you after too. I forgot.
You wouldn't want to. Yeah, you wouldn't want to see what's in my. Like I've got my dash cam in my front windshield. I've got my cell phone holder in my front windshield. I've got 2 green lights in my front windshield for the fire
Keep right,
department.
and then turn right.
I mean, it's not blocking my view by any means, but it's still
But,
there. So if they want
yeah.
to be a dick about it,
I think that's the thing though,
yeah.
because certainly here, you do get those holders that sit, on your windscreen for holding
They're
your
coming-
GPS
they're
and
coming
stuff
up,
for your
yeah.
phone. And
They're
also,
coming out from your dash, not hanging
Yeah.
down from your
yeah, and I think so because they're lower down, they're not, unless you're me and that's where your ice line is anyway, they're not blocking your view. I mean, if I'm sat in your driver's seat, you could argue that they'd be blocking my view because I can't see over the dash very well. So,
You can't even see over the steering wheel.
exactly, well, that's what I mean. Okay, brought that in about 30. They brought that in about 30 years ago. No, tractors don't need tested. Can't insure or tax your car without. All right.
Oh,
They're
not
called
tractors. No,
an MOT
Vehicles.
is a Ministry of Transport test.
Transportation.
Yeah. So if you fail that, where is this? Noxie.
just
I'm
call
like,
it-
where's
we
that
just
bloke
call
going?
it-
It's you. I'm like, I thought it was an AI for a minute. I'm like, what's he
No.
doing? Oh, I'm gonna get hit.
I just about missed
Stuck
it.
at a fucking stop sign here. No, we just call them inspections here.
Yeah.
Now we only have to have one done every 2 years in most provinces and stuff. Out in Alberta, you only have to get your vehicle inspected one time when you purchase it, and then unless
Yeah,
you're
see,
pulled
if
over
I
because
remember
of
right, a brand new vehicle doesn't need an MOT for the first 3 years. So if you buy a new vehicle, you don't need. It's brand new,
No,
not
no.
second hand. I mean like new, right, straight off the lot.
Yeah,
Brand
it's like
new.
here-
It's. I think it's 3 years before you need an MOT on it.
Yeah, see, that's
But after
hard
that,
to-
it's every year you need to get an MOT, and you can't. And if you don't have an MOT, if you don't pass your MOT, my brother was saying you can neither tax nor insure your car, which means you basically can't
it's the
drive
same
it.
thing.
Not legally anyway. You can't
Yeah,
legally
here-
drive it. Yeah.
We get it done when we first buy the vehicle. and
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that's it.
Ontario is the same as Alberta.
And that's
So, like,
it.
Yeah. So if I go to the lot right now and buy a brand new vehicle, it doesn't need a safety to it. They,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit.
It's already got the safety sticker on it, but
Exactly. So it means that we just,
Keep right.
now
yeah.
here in New Brunswick,
so
we
if I
have to
own
do
it the whole
inspection
life,
every
I don't
year.
ever have to have it safety.
Yeah, you have to. You have to do it every year here.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we don't have
it used to be like that. We have to do it every 2 years in the Maritimes. But the
Oh,
reason why
and taxis are every 6 months. Apparently, if you own a taxi, it's every 6
yeah,
months.
because it's a commercial vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, our commercial vehicles, you have to do it once a year, but our personal vehicles, you do
Yeah.
not.
Taxis are twice a year, then it's 6 months. But yeah, no, personal vehicles, it's every year. And if you don't pass that safety test, you are not allowed to insure or tax it, and therefore it's basically you can't lawfully drive it anymore. So that's it.
Yeah, if we don't pass, we just have to pay whatever it is to get it fixed for being on the road.
Oh, you can get it fixed, but if you know, it's going to cost you money. But
No, see, we used
that's
to
every
do-
year they have to get it done.
Yeah, see, we used to do a emission test every 2 years.
Right.
That was for the Cadillac converters.
Yeah, but they got rid of that too. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
We
the
don't have
deal,
any of
the
that
deal. Well, yeah, because they brought in a carbon tax, man.
oh
They're just
yeah.
gonna charge. They're just gonna get money out of you anyway. Automatically,
Oh, they're raising our carbon tax, raising our
6%.
raising our CPP and EI,
Yep.
and raising our fuel taxes. No.
And in April, they're raising.
something else.
They're raising the liquor tax by 6%
Liquor
as
tax.
well. I was
There
like,
you go.
that's gonna go real well, man. You're raising tax. People are gonna want to drink to self-medicate for all the pains that they have. Now you're gonna hit them with 6% on that in April too. I'm like, oh
Yeah, duty goes
Well, I
up.
laugh.
Yeah.
Like they're going on. Oh, hey, normal Canadians can't afford to live with all these hikes going up.
Yep.
On the best of days, and now they're just going to tax you even more. Oh, we need to tax this, we need to tax that. No, we're going to take more money off your paycheck to accommodate.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like here, to be fair.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
it's getting foolish here, man. Like and the deal is it's when you look at it, it's like they're pushing for a revolution, and they're
Yeah.
pushing for a rise up because how do you expect it not to happen?
Hmm.
I mean, if you keep applying pressure, all right, you take a wolf and you back it into a corner. You keep backing it in there, Or, okay, I say wolf, but even a dog, right? Like, you know what I mean? You take an animal and you back it into a corner and you keep it there and keep it there. Eventually, it's going to attack its way out, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's
Well, it
gonna
depends.
push
But then,
it
if
down.
you take a load of sheep and do that, they don't do nothing. And the problem is that there's that corner's full of sheep, and not enough
We don't
room.
have a lot of sheep here in Canada. There's some.
Yeah.
but We don't have a lot of sheep up here in Canada.
All right, you can't even park it. If you've no insurance, you can't even park your car on the road. So you'd have to stick it somewhere privately in a lockup or something. Have to park it off road, otherwise they seize it. Yeah, they come along and they'll look for, check your insurance and yeah. So you can't even have it on a.
That's the same as here, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Noxie, you're saying you guys still need 2 plates in Ontario? Then Ontario is the last province left to get that changed. New Brunswick changed that 4 years ago.
So what's
I
two?
thought we were the last province because I thought that's what they had said. But if Ontario still happened to require 2 plates on new vehicles,
What do you mean 2 plates? Like a back plate and a front plate, or?
yeah,
Yeah.
back license plate and front license.
Oh yeah, yeah. You. I've never known anywhere not to have. I've never known it here not to have back and front
No,
plates.
they
We've
don't,
always
they don't
had.
have to have 2 plates in Alberta. They
Yeah,
don't have
so
to have
it's
2 plates.
certainly been a thing all my life, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware,
Yeah.
anyway.
It was just the East Coast provinces, like from Ontario down, that were requiring 2 plates, one on the front of the vehicle, one on the back of the vehicle.
Yeah.
But now that they basically have set up cameras to get us at different avenues, they got speed cameras, they got all these things are being set up.
It's funny, that went through my head too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of these
Blame
things.
Twin. Why are you blaming Twin? Twin's not even here, mate.
They couldn't.
Good Twin.
They couldn't take our front plates away for the longest time until they set up the Highway 407, the paid toll route.
Right.
Because the only camera they had is as you pulled on, it flashed your front plate.
Right.
So everybody driving from out of province that only was required 1 plate drove that highway for free because there's no plate there.
Well, actually, you want to know something? Even if there was a front plate on there, say for instance I have New Brunswick plates, I'm driving through any of the other provinces and a camera catches me.
Mm.
Right? They won't even send me the ticket. Right? Because it's out of province plates. They won't even send a ticket to out of province plates because that's in the laws that they can't do it. I would have
Lonnie's gonna annoy me,
the
guys.
camera took a shot of me and then I got pulled over. That camera shot could be added to whatever I got on being
What
pulled
are
over.
you
I got pulled
doing?
over for another offense.
Oh, what? We've had an accident. All right, Noxie, what have you done?
What did I do?
I don't know, but I can't. There's a big accident in front of me. I got to get past. The AIs have all had a fight. It's going to be a tight squeeze. I thought, no, you passed me ages ago.
This is why I keep distance between you guys.
You passed me ages ago. I hit by my pole there.
I
Oh my
just-
goodness. Oh my goodness.
No, you're in front of me.
No, when did I pass you?
Because I missed my turn
Oh.
to go on the highway.
Well, anyway, there's a big road accident coming up with some Hajis. Yeah,
I
so
was gonna say, you passed me a
Yeah.
while before.
And I'm getting the traffic piled up all the way back here because you two.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So my brother says all vehicles apart from motorcycles and tractors need front and back number plates. There's a white one on the front and the yellow on the back. There you go.
No, not for. It used to be 2 plates here, but now we only have to get 1 plate. Now,
What color is it? What color is it?
Ours
Depends
are
on the
white.
province or provincial.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is always white on the front and yellow on the back. And they're all
Yeah,
lit
but
up
see,
so
we
you
don't
can
have
see them in the
number-
dark.
Ours isn't a number plate. Like our license plates are a lot different than the plates in the UK.
See, yeah.
You guys have like a long strip. We just have like a rectangle that has usually 3 letters and 3 numbers on it.
Yeah, ours is a mix of letters and numbers, and there's a
Yeah,
there's a
4
gap.
letters, 3 numbers,
There's a
yeah.
gap, and of course it tells you the information
dash,
on
yeah,
that.
tells
It
you
tells you
dash.
what year the car, rolled out the, what do you call it, the shop basically. So the number on the car, whatever's on the number plate tells you how old the car is basically. It holds information.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that. Our license plates is either 3 or 4 letters, a dash, a couple of numbers, and it's just no, it's down here in New Brunswick. It's 3 and 3.
Yeah, see, here in
3
Ontario.
letters and then dash 3 numbers.
Oh, see, ours is 4 with the Queen's Crown and then 3 numbers.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, we don't have
What
that.
do
We
you-
have the New
we-
Brunswick. We have
Yeah,
the
we
New
don't, we don't have a queen anymore either. You're gonna have to swap it for the king's one now.
yeah, yeah. See, like on my truck, I have fire plates, so
Yeah.
it's 2 letters, 2 numbers, 2 letters. No, 2 numbers, 2 letters, 2 numbers.
Hmm.
Yeah, ours down here is 3 letters dash 3 numbers.
And they
Unless
don't mean
you get a
anything.
personalized plate. You can also get personalized license.
Yeah, you can get personalised license plates here. You just have to register them wherever you register them. But yeah, you can get personalised ones as well. But generally,
Hang on
the
one
ones
second
that come
here.
with the vehicles have got
Yeah,
a bit of
come here, Mom.
information in
I
them.
mean, you're knocking on the door.
Hello, Mrs. B.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How's yourself?
Good, good.
Cool.
Oh, right, I got the potatoes and stuff there and on the table that.
Yeah, I'll get them here after we're almost done on here. So. Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too. We'll catch you later.
Catch you later.
Yeah. Yeah, you personalise your number plates out on Farm Sim. Yeah.
I mean, you know, if I get another vehicle for myself, I might actually get
Mhm.
a plate done up, Bumblebee Farmer 81, personalized plate.
That's a long plate.
I've seen longer.
Really?
Some people have personalized plates that say it's a whole phrase.
I think, I think there's probably a restriction on what you can put on personalised plates because the plates are all the same size here, so you're probably restricted to the size of the plate as to what you can put on it.
there, and it meets it's what it is. This is the size requirement. So if the whole thing can fit on there and it be visible and legible,
Mm-hmm.
then you can do it. So it's
Okay.
like if the size of the letters into the size obviously I'd have to go with the smallest size that will be allowed because there's several letters in that. But I could also get a personalized plate that just says use the letters like BBF and then a number at the end 001 or 002 or whatever if I wanted
Right.
to.
So
Could do it that way
apparently,
there. I could actually have the whole thing put on there with no numbers.
so our license plate tells you where it was first sold, which year it was sold, and then and it has 3 random numbers at the end. So the first part of it tells you where the car was sold or the vehicle was sold, the year it was, pretty much sold there, the first time it was sold, and then 3 random numbers. The first 2 letters are an abbreviation of the area it was first registered, and you have to pay extra to re-register with a personal registration, which makes sense because you got to make sure it's in the system, right? Yeah.
We have to, the amount of times that taxes is paid on the same vehicle is absolutely ridiculous, and I've put this argument up several times. Right? Deal is I don't understand how they're getting worked around that law, and I think Noxie would probably agree with me. Okay, when the car is purchased from the dealership, okay, the taxes are paid on that. So if it's 14% tax, then it's 14% tax on whatever the price of the vehicle is. If it was $40,000, 14% of that on top of that $40,000, right? The taxes have been paid. All right, Oxy has that car for 5-6 years. I buy that car off of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I buy that car off of him for $25,000. I got to turn around and go in and pay taxes on that $25,000.
I don't think you got to do that here. I think you just pay the 25,000. That's it.
Every time you register a car in your name, like you're changing the registration over from a car, you got to pay taxes on the value. And if they don't feel that number was high enough, if they say, oh, that car is valued more than that, they can go to the thing we call the blue book. And
Yeah, we've got blue
they
books.
well, the blue book will tell them exactly what that car is worth according to the blue book.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll say what the value of the car is via the blue book. If that number is higher than the number that I pay Noxie for that car, they can actually tax me on the amount of money that blue book says.
That's just
Yeah.
okay.
See,
I mean that works for insurance, right? I guess, you
No,
know.
that's not insurance. That's
No, but I'm
license-
saying I
change
think that
vehicle
probably
when-
works that way
And then exit right.
here for the insurance. I don't get the tax thing. Maybe my brother will know more about the tax side of it. I mean, obviously, when you buy a vehicle, you're paying tax on it. But once you're buying a second-hand vehicle, I'm not sure. Especially if you're buying it privately
Man, that
and
could
not
be
off
a
a second-hand dealer.
second-hand
I don't
vehicle,
think
and
you've
you're
got
still paying
to.
taxes right on it
I mean,
until it's gone to the scrapyard.
You have to do. You've got to
Hey,
tax
probably
it.
gotta pay some
we-
tax on it.
We have to tax our vehicles to take them on the road, but the tax for the road tax is calculated differently, and the road tax is calculated on the size of your
No, this is
engine,
a sales
not the
tax.
age of your vehicle. Yeah,
This
you
is
see,
a
sales
sales
tax. We
Okay.
don't have
You're
that.
thinking of something totally different, Titch. What I'm talking about is sales tax. Each time that vehicle gets sold, there's tax.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. We don't
Tax.
have that. We
But the
have.
deal- Now let me explain the difference. Let me talk
Yeah.
and let me finish. Man, you and my mother.
I know you're just as bad as she is.
Let me finish talking.
Yeah. I never got
deal-
finished talking either, but hey, oh.
Let me explain what I'm trying to explain.
I never
so
got
can
finished either, but hey, yes,
Okay.
outlaw. We could guess what that was.
Let me finish explaining the deal. Now, what goes towards, we get charged tax on licensing our vehicle. So when we license our vehicle, which has to be done every year,
Oh.
when we pay that license, that's where it goes to the road tax for us, right? Then we also have to pay an well, here in New Brunswick, we got to pay an inspection every 2 years, right? So you got to pay it, you got to go and get it inspected and everything else like that. It needs to be inspected to be able to be licensed.
Yeah.
And it has to be inspected and licensed to be able to be insured.
Go straight on.
Yes, it's the same here, but we do it every year, I think was what we were saying.
Yeah, so what? Oh my god, I just got. Oh my god.
Wasn't me, it was Outlaw's fault.
Right. And then turn right.
If you just lost your load.
No,
Turn right.
I don't
Actually,
even
my
know
brother's
what's going
saying there's 20% value added tax, any age of the vehicle, new and second hand. I don't know how that gets paid though.
7%.
I don't know if you do it when you register the car or what.
My truck is rode off now because of this. I got
A game completely froze and then unleashed and put me right into the guardrail here.
Ah, no, we're still blaming you.
It,
Turn left.
Yeah. That did that to me
6%
last-
on the trailer.
Yeah.
4%.
That happened to me last night. I was really lucky because it froze and it went back to the main screen, but I could still hear the game going on in the background, so I just hit the brakes. But I had to restart my computer.
Controls. None of my
No,
controls.
I couldn't. I ended up having to restart my computer to unfreeze it. It was that bad. Couldn't get into anything. It's like that. Sharis. Yeah, I did that. I lost.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
my
people
controls all. Yeah, they all went stupid as well. Then I could hear it, and then I hit it, and I just prayed that it was going to be okay. So yeah, so there is tax then on second-hand vehicles here as well.
I mean, see, the tax that we pay on the sales tax we pay on the vehicles, that doesn't go anywhere towards the roads or anything else like that. There, the money that goes towards the roads is us licensing the vehicles for the roads.
Right, okay. So it's the price of the car. You don't notice it. Only time you don't pay that is through private sale. So if I buy a car off an Oxy, I don't have to pay that 20% VAT.
No, here
Whereas you
gotta pay
do.
taxes. Here
Yeah.
you have to pay taxes, because what it is you have to go in and change the registration to your name. So
Yeah.
when Noxie buys the car from the dealership, it's in Noxie's name. That's Noxie's car. But then when he sells it to me, he has to sign said registration. I have to take that said
Oh,
registration
we have that, yeah.
and change it over into my name. When I go in to change it over into my name is where I have to pay sales tax in order to change that registration over to my name. I have to pay sales tax for the purchase of the vehicle.
See, this all works for our vehicles, but it's also for our snowmobiles, ATVs,
Yeah,
side
everything.
by sides.
Everything. charge sales tax on everything. And the deal is so
But
basically,
Hey, B, here's
Yeah.
the thing. So I buy the vehicle brand new for 100 grand and I sell it to you for 25. I've already paid taxes. But you keep just buying used vehicles and you never have to pay tax in your life on a vehicle. See what I'm saying? It depends on the vehicle you buy too. Like I just bought my van bought my van off my old man. But the vehicle's old enough that when they went to blue book value, there's no value on it in order to pay taxes on. So I didn't have to pay taxes on anything.
Okay.
you see, I've never been in that position where I didn't have to pay any tax on anything.
I locked out because there's no value.
This is it. Okay, this is the thing. I bought a SUV in a Sierra in Alberta.
Yes.
Bought brand new, paid taxes in Alberta. Right? I brought those said vehicles down to New Brunswick when I moved back home. For me to change the license over to New Brunswick license, because I moved home, so to put New Brunswick plates on those vehicles, since Alberta only charged me 4% tax on the purchase of my vehicles, I had to pay the remaining 10% tax
Yes, you do. Yeah.
in New Brunswick
Yeah.
to put on those plates.
Yeah.
I already bought my vehicle, completely paid for,
Yep.
right? Didn't
That's
owe
just-
a dime on them. Yeah, I still had to pay more sales tax on them because I brought that vehicle to New Brunswick.
Yep. That's
And I had owned the vehicle for both of those vehicles. I had owned them for over a year. It was almost 2 years that I had
Yep.
those vehicles.
Yeah, it's
I
the same.
moved back in 2012, and I had bought the GMC Sierra in 2010, and I had bought 2 months before that. I had bought the SUV.
But you know what the stupid
Yes.
thing is if you bought that
Go for it.
vehicle in New Brunswick and paid the 13% tax or whatever, and then moved them back to Alberta and transferred them there, they wouldn't give you money back because the taxes are too much that you've already paid.
Oh, right.
So you
So
don't
you,
get money back. You're out that money, whatever it is.
that's just stupid.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
But
they
I
get
do
you for more
understand
money,
what
but they're
you're
not
saying
gonna give you
about
money
buying
back.
secondhand vehicles.
yeah.
But once again, I mean, if all you can afford is secondhand
I know.
vehicles, you
No,
probably
no,
can't afford to pay the tax in the first place.
No,
We
I
saw-
know. But if
We
you
thought
go
we
with-
were getting bad with tax, so they get worse
Yeah.
with tax.
But
Yeah.
the deal is, to me, is this is the point that I'm making on this, Noxie. Okay, if the car passed through from you to me,
I need to.
Okay.
I don't really.
you paid taxes on it, I paid taxes on it. I sell said car a year later to somebody else.
Yeah.
Now they've paid taxes on it. They sell the car 6 months later to somebody else. Now they've paid taxes on it. So that car goes through 10 sets of hands, and it's paid. There's 10 times the taxes has been paid on that vehicle.
Exactly. No, I
This
get
is the
that.
point
Yeah.
I'm making.
That's
No, I
just
get that.
nuts.
Yeah.
So it's a constant free money revenue going to the government,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's all it is. It's just free money revenue. They're making a fortune on the amount of times that they tax us. And it's on all of our vehicles that they do this. Like Noxie said, our snowmobiles, our wheelers, and everything, side by sides, the whole 9 yards. If it has a motor on it, our boats even,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Do you
They can
guys have
charge
to pay?
sales on it.
B, do you guys have to pay for license stickers out there? Like your yearly
our
It's a
sticker to go on
license
your,
sticker.
your
our
yearly
quads
sticker to
and
go on
stuff?
your license plate?
You put a sticker on your license
Yeah,
plate?
that's licensing. Yeah, licensing for the road.
Yeah, and you gotta do that every year,
Yeah, every year.
right? Yeah. See, ours is
Inspection
we
every
just got,
2 years now.
yeah. See, we just got rid of that, and we just renew our plates, and it's free to do now.
Yeah, well, we haven't got rid of it down here yet. They like
Yeah.
to make money on us down here.
That's no good.
in
Just
Maritimes.
click on where you are and you'll get one from where you are. Yeah, my brother's saying, so for instance, if I was to buy a car off of one of yous, I could then register that car, because you have to legally, by law, you've got to register it still, but I don't pay any extra tax on that. There's no tax on that. And it's free to register a new car, so I can just pay. So if I paid you $5,000 for a car, that's it. Even when I go to register it, I don't have to pay any more money. I've not got any added tax on top of that. That's it. Straight
No, we
5
have
grand.
If I buy a
it's not like
if I buy a used vehicle off you, I go to register in my name, I gotta pay 13% taxes on it.
Hmm.
Keep right.
So
It's 13 for him.
There's
It's
no,
actually got
only
up to
the
16%.
MOT, and that's the set price. Yeah, the MOTs are at a set price. Yeah,
I'll be right back.
yeah.
See, that's all provincial for us as well. So, like, you see how Noxie said 13% for him? They just upped ours to 16% down here in New Brunswick.
That's a huge leap.
Yeah, and if I'm out, well, they already had us at 14, so it was only a 2 cents hike. The way they look at it, that's how they try and brush it off. Oh, we only raised it up 2 pennies, yeah, on the dollar.
Yeah.
You know, so $100, that's $16, right? But the and then if you're buying if it's something that's thousands of dollars, it doesn't take very long to add that up into the thousands of dollars itself you're paying in tax. So yeah, I mean, there's things there. That's one of the things I could never get over, the amount of times that we have to pay tax on the same item, the exact same item.
Or just take a job from where you are. I'm speaking to Outlaw as well at the same time, mate. Yeah, it's like yeah, I don't know, mate, doesn't it? You're getting ripped off. That's all I can say. You're just getting ripped off.
Right, where's the next load going?
Just up the road, it's a short one. It's going to be the last one, I think, of the stream. I will probably carry on running, but not on the save, and yeah. Right. Woo.
Yeah,
So you should be able to see it. Did you not get nothing for that?
Yeah, no, I got the mines for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I had that accident. No, I'm just looking at.
Turn left.
There's a couple here because we keep juggling in that top row of the second page.
Well, I've just picked it up, so you'll be able to see the convoy now, the job now.
But yeah, no, I mean there's a lot of silly things like that, and it's just like it's the pressure that's going on now. Right now they're hiking. They raised minimum wage down here in the Maritimes to $15.
I mean,
for minimum wage workers.
Yeah.
Right. So, and remember that's $15 Canadian.
Yeah, I know. Which is pretty
In
fair.
your dollars.
Yeah.
Your dollars, that's not much.
We haven't got any dollars, but okay.
Yeah, in your currency, it's not very much at all.
It's not that much. It's not that great here either. Trust me. There's actually I don't know what the minimum wage is, because we've got the minimum wage, and then we've got the actual living wage, which is higher than the minimum wage, because clearly the minimum wage isn't enough to live off of. So you've also got a living wage, which is actually the amount you need to actually live off of. But you can actually be paid the minimum wage, which means you can't really live very well. It's stupid. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why don't we just have a living wage and get rid of the whole minimum wage shite? That's not actually a livable wage.
Yeah, okay,
Why are we having a wage that's not livable? Anyway, what else was I about to say? I forgot now. No, I forgot. Anyway, okay, wait. If I understand my brother correctly, and I may not have, if you buy a car from a second-hand dealer, you've got 20% VAT, but we've got VAT in pretty much anything you buy, but it's included in the price, usually. So if it's 20 grand in the shop, that's usually inclusive, say, of VAT, right? Sometimes it's not, but it usually is inclusive. It'll tell you whether or not it is. So you don't notice it. So you know you're paying that 20 grand, right? If you buy a car privately, you've not got any VAT. It's just You know, straightforward, $5,000, no value added tax.
It's not like that here. I mean, like, okay, say for instance, I'm going in and I'm trying to buy a vehicle at a dealership, right? And their sticker price on it is
£8,000.
$24,000. That's $24,000 plus tax,
£8 is awful, donuts.
right?
Yeah.
So that's the price that like. There's always plus tax. Like that's what they have here. They don't add. The only thing that you don't see the tax on in Canada is alcohol. When you go shopping in a liquor store, well, down here in New Brunswick anyway, the tax is already added in. So if it says that it's $25 for that bottle of rum, it's $25 for that bottle of rum.
Right. Okay.
Now in Ontario and Quebec, it's different.
Yeah, they're raising all our taxes on alcohol, fuel,
April,
and June 1st. I just read it now. June 1st, provincial on our side, it's at 13% now. It's dropping down to 10.
How are they dropping yours down to 10? They just rose mine by 2.
Yeah.
That's how they managed to do it. They robbed Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. So they'll go like, this province will drop it down, and this other province will put it up. So actually, we're not losing anything, and we look nice in this province.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember.
We've got a job,
remember
Noxie,
our
just a short one
parliament-
for the finish off the stream.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, our parliament is in Ontario. They gotta definitely try and keep everybody happy in Ontario.
Yeah, they might go and stone them when
They're
is that, yeah.
gonna want to block everybody from Ontario coming in to go to Ottawa.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've been treating you as good. Let us know when they're coming. How many of them there is. what
So
they
the further away you stay from Ontario, the higher your taxes are, is this what you're saying?
Pretty much.
Well, no, you can't even say that because I mean they're cheaper. But to be honest, our provincial leaders are definitely standing up. In some cases, and they're saying
Cheers, outlaw.
to our leading government and saying no. Right?
Yeah.
Saying these things aren't going to happen. Not this way. You know what I mean? Alberta being one of them, but BC is getting on that ship. I know Manitoba has and stuff as well too, with a few different legislations that were coming through that were bills that were being brought up to go through and stuff, and they're just kind of like, this is an attack onto the people. That's how they're kind of viewing it, and they're like, yeah, I mean, what grounds do you really have for a bill like this, right? Like, how does it benefit the country and the Canadian people, right? So there's more provincial governments that are standing up. I would say, and I mean, I was just making a joke too, obviously, about the taxes and everything else like that. But okay, so leadership in Ontario is definitely stepping up too and saying, okay, we need tax relief for people. Right down here in the Maritimes, right now we're liberal. That's the government that's in power, right? So we have our premier is part of that government.
Yeah, see, ours is
Conservatives in Ontario, yeah. So all the conservative leaders are
Wages for 16 to 17-year-olds is $4.81 with a £4.81. So that's what. So if you are 16 to 17, you're what? Maybe about around about $8 years. 18 to 20-year-olds is $6.83. So maybe that's about $11 your way. And 21 to 22-year-olds is $9.18. Over 23 is $9.50. So yeah, that's probably closer to you. Around $9. The top end's closer to you, but the bottom end's far, far away.
No, but what's that now? Like
It's the minimum wage. It's what.
Oh, they judge minimum wage over there due to the age of the person?
Yes, they totally they totally discriminate. They totally discriminate. Yeah, it's discriminatory. I don't know. They get away with it, but it's utterly discriminatory because you could be doing the exact same job and you're getting paid for it less just because you're younger. It's so wrong. So wrong.
Can you imagine they tried and did something like that here in Canada, how that would turn out?
Well, Noxie says that's what they do. Noxie just said, Yeah,
They have that in Ontario.
yeah. See,
We don't
Noxie
have
says they
it
do.
down here in New Brunswick. Minimum wage is minimum wage.
They have a student wage, like a
Mm.
student minimum wage, and then they have
Oh
a
well,
minimum, then they have
the
a
deal is with okay. So with students they get a tax relief if you're a student.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
we don't have to
elderly
pay
get a
taxes, but yeah.
right? And stuff like that there. So, but I don't think that affects the minimum wage. The minimum wage is the minimum wage. If you're working a job and the minimum wage for that job, or minimum wage by our provincial government says that the minimum wage is $15, then whoever's working that job, because it's almost like it's the same as if you were in a union, right? Like whoever's working that job is entitled to that wage,
Who's Dan?
right?
No, here in Ontario, the student minimum wage is $12, and then if you're a college student, it's $13.50, and then your minimum wage, which is 15 and a quarter or something like that.
Good, Donuts.
I
Donuts is
think-
asking
I
how
think-
everybody is, guys.
I'm good, Donuts. How you doing? I actually got to send you something. I'll send it to you DM
And then turn right.
after we're done here.
Ooh.
Okay.
Get
so
hyped,
with the
Donuts.
students, I think it's because that there is actually a clause there
Oh, I'm gonna
Um,
road.
with the students, Noxie, that a certain amount goes towards like student loans and stuff. Because I assume when you're talking about students, you're talking about people in college and stuff, right?
Oh, like
University.
high school students is $12 an hour, and then into college it's $13.50, and then you've got your minimum wage on top of that, or then you got a minimum wage as well.
Okay, I think the minimum wage on the students might possibly be like if it's high school students and everything else like that there, that they might still be considered as dependents.
Right.
To the
It still
parents.
doesn't make it right though, mate. They're still
Well, I'm not
doing
saying
exactly
it
the
makes
same
it right.
job.
I'm
It doesn't
trying
make
to-
it
I'm
right.
trying
But
to
yeah,
see the grounds that they would have to be able to do with
they
it.
don't have any fucking grounds. It's just all bollocks.
All right. Well, you, Titch.
They just make shit up.
I'm not saying that they don't. I agree with you on all those things. But what I'm saying is I'm trying to see what types of grounds that they could try and make a thing like this legal to do. And it isn't that they have grounds or that it is legal for them to do these said things. I'm trying to see, okay, how could this be written so this could actually be something that they're doing? You know what I mean? So they would have to have a grounds basis to be able to do this. So I'm trying to understand what grounds they would be trying to use to do said thing.
Yep.
Keep right.
That's the difference.
And then exit
I
right.
agree with you 100%. I think that everyone
mean,
should be treated evenly and equally.
Yeah.
across
They
the
do
board.
actually. You see, the problem with discrimination laws is that they do allow discrimination under certain
Circumstances, yeah.
circumstances, and age is one of those circumstances which they do, in which they do allow it. I mean,
So that's
And
what I
it-
mean. I think that for high school students to have a lesser wage, I think that they're trying to base that on the grounds where they're trying to get their basis is because the high school students probably still living at home, so therefore they're considered as a dependent to the parents, and as well any monies that person makes is reflected. Okay, Noxie has
Yeah, but that-
has his son. Just a sec. Now let me finish. Noxie has his son. His son is out working at a minimum wage job making $12 an hour. When Noxie does his taxes at the end of the year, whatever monies that his son made bringing into the household, Noxie, in where his son is a dependent to him, living with him, his son's that amount on his son that his son made reflects on Noxie. So Noxie's the one that has to put his son on his taxes because his son is a dependent to him. You understand what I mean? So
okay,
that's
that
the
makes
only
sense.
grounds that I could see.
Yeah, we don't have that
Yeah.
here. We don't have that here. You pay your own taxes no matter what fucking age you are. So,
It's
yeah.
not like that here. You don't at 16 you can start claiming your own taxes and you don't pay any taxes. You get all that money back.
Yeah.
Right? But once you're 18 years old here, you have to pay in taxes if you're making
If
the
you're
money,
a
you have to
student,
pay
I think you're exempt. Students are exempt from paying taxes, but yeah, age And students, I mean university students, we're actually talking about.
Yeah, they don't get exempt from
secondary,
taxes here, they
secondary.
just get tax relief.
Yeah, they're exempt from paying taxes here. But
Anyone under the age of 18 is exempt.
But if you're 16, 17 year old, you're no longer considered a dependent here. Although the thing is, you can no longer get money from the government. You used to be able to go and sign on at the age of 16 if you left school at that age. You can't do that anymore. They don't allow you to sign on till 18. So you've got 2 years of not having, you may be 2 years of not having, that's why so many young people end up on our streets, because they've not got a job and they're not allowed to sign on to claim money from the government, and their parents have kicked them out because they're no longer dependents because they're 16.
At 16, they can't claim money.
Well, they used to be able to do that. I signed on when I was 16 years old. I was able to do that here, and I had left home. I'd left home as well. So from here, you're 16, 17 year old. You could be living in your own house, in your own home. You're no longer a dependent, and yet you're still getting paid way less than somebody that's just a few years older than you for a job that you're doing the same. And you've got all the same bloody bills that they do. How does that make sense?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't say that it makes sense. I don't think any of it makes sense. I think that there should be everything should be equal and even right across the board. And you know where I stand as far as things like that, Titch. But here it's not like that, like how you're explaining it is there. I don't even think that if the underage has a child, Noxie, are they able to get government assistance for 18?
You can't anymore now, I don't think, unless
I know they'll get a family allowance check, but I don't know if like they'd be able to go on like welfare is what they call it here or what have you.
I mean, you can
But
get
family
married at the
assistance-
age of 16 and have kids at the age of 16.
Yeah,
and you
no,
can't sign on anymore.
It's 18 is the barrier. Some provinces it's 19. Now, the deal is, okay, you can't drink alcohol in New Brunswick until...
Well, you can't drink alcohol till you're 18, but you can join the army, go die for your country, get married, have kids from the age of 16, 17, drive a car, actually
Where
drink.
between Titch and my mother, I'm just going to become mute.
It's just
They never let me
nuts.
finish saying anything. They cut me off before they even know what I'm going to say about anything, because my points aren't valid. So I'm just going to stop talking.
It's just pants, man.
Oh, I agree.
Hmm.
The deal is here in a lot of laws there's provincial laws and there's federal laws, right? Like, you know, and that's
You can drink privately from any age, don't you? Not
yeah,
necessarily legally.
I agree 100%. But like, okay, you can't purchase alcohol until you're 19 in New Brunswick. Now I can go up to Quebec, Manitoba, Saskatchewan's 19
Ooh,
too.
it's good.
Manitoba, Alberta, or British Columbia, legal age is 18.
Yeah, 18 for alcohol all over here.
But it's 19. I can't remember. Is Ontario 19, Noxie? I can't remember. It's a legal age
Yeah,
to
19.
purchase tobacco and alcohol.
Don't-
Okay, Ontario is 19 as well. But Manitoba, Alberta, British Columbia, and Quebec, legal age is all 18.
Yeah, 18. It's 18 all over here. But what I want Donuts, because Donuts is in the chat. Donuts, down south, can you get married under the age of 18 without your parents' permission? I know at one point you had to, in England, you had to have your parents' permission to get married if you were under 18. You don't in Scotland, which is why we've got, that's why people used to come up to Scotland and elope and get married at, what did they call it? Gretna Green or whatever they called it, which is now famous for people coming to get married at. You don't elope anymore, you just get married there. But it used to be down south, you were under the age of 18, you had to get your parents' permission to marry, whereas in Scotland it was age of 16, you could marry without parental permission.
See,
It's
here,
legal for over 18s to buy beer, wine, cider
yeah.
for 16 and 17-year-olds if they're having a meal together.
Hey, let Noxie talk. He's trying to chime in.
So I'm just reading what Donuts is saying as well.
I know.
So, right, okay, Noxie, on you go.
Yeah, like here you can't do anything under the age of 18, really. So if you go and have a kid at the age of 16,
Mm-hmm.
we get baby bonus for kids here. So means if you have a kid
Family
at,
allowance.
yeah, if you have a kid at 16, you don't get the baby bonus check. Your parents would get it.
Okay.
Until you become 18.
But then, yeah,
It's
until
family
you become 18. Same as getting married. You gotta, in order to get married under 18, you gotta have parent signature on both sides.
Right. Marriage is a scam.
Yeah, it is.
I know it used to be that. I'm sure it used to be that, Donuts, but I'd have to Google it to see if it still is. But certainly in Scotland, why Gretna Green became so famous it was because so many people used to elope from down south up over the Scottish border, because Gretna's just over the border. So people used to elope up there from down south if they wanted to marry and they were under 18, because it was legal to do so up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's it's a difference all over the world, different things for sure. I mean, up here in Canada, I mean, it isn't that I don't understand some things. You know, there's some things that are just stupid. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense at all. Hey,
It doesn't take into account people's individual situations either. Do you know what I mean? The expectation is, and it's the same here, because they've changed the welfare system, so you can't claim now till you're 18. It puts more of a burden then on parents to some extent to have to take care of that child for 2 years longer than what they might have been
here in Canada.
Yeah, see, because it's not always been that way here. It's an added burden now. So, and they try to encourage you to stay at school longer as well.
Okay,
But,
see, and now, all right. See how I was talking about the difference between provinces and stuff like that,
Mhm.
right? And now here in New Brunswick, I'm considered an adult. I have to pay taxes and all these other things at the age of 18. If I'm out working at the age of 18, because you graduate high school at 17, if you went to school and did your you know, you passed every year and everything else like that there, and you graduate high school when you're 17 years old. When you're 18 years old,
that the youngest age that you can leave school?
You
Over
can
there?
drop it.
No, it's, I mean, I got skipped over 2 grades, so I was done when I was 15, but
Okay.
the deal is like, you know, I never touched grade 4 or grade 7, so 'cause I already had all the curriculum done for those 2 years. Because when I was in the grade that I was in, I was already doing the stuff for the next grade, because I had already, you know what I mean, I was already ahead of the grade that I was in. So they jumped me over years, but it wasn't like I wasn't being pushed through. It wasn't one of those situations where you got to push him through so he stays with his age group or anything else like that. They literally had to jump me over a whole grade because there was nothing left to teach me in that grade, right? I had already gained that knowledge, right? Like, basically, I already done all the things that I needed to do for that grade. But 17 is the normal age. Most people don't graduate until they're like 18. Some don't graduate until they're 19 from high school. It just depends, right? Like, you know, if you get held back a grade or anything else like that, there it fluctuates. But the average age is 17. You are considered an adult at 18. You have to pay taxes. You have to do all the other things. But you can't buy a pack of cigarettes or a bottle of booze until you're 19.
Yeah.
So this always kind of confused me a bit too, right?
We don't use the
Didn't matter
term.
to us here in New Brunswick. We just went to Quebec anyway, because we could go to Quebec when we were 18.
We don't use the term graduate when it comes to school. We leave school. We don't graduate from school. We just choose to leave school. We graduate from university. University, and that's a graduation. But school, we never talk about graduating from school. It's always, I don't know, maybe it's changed now. I don't know if they do it now. But certainly when I was at school,
we graduate after 12 years of public school. You graduate.
Yeah,
and
we
then
didn't do that.
With that diploma, you can go to college or university. And I mean, like, with universities, if you got any scholarships or anything else like that there, that'll help you out in university. And through the scholarships, you'd be paying cheaper for the university and all its costs. Same with college, right? You can get scholarships to various different colleges to do with, in particular, fields or whatever. So depending on where you're...
Scholarships wasn't as big here. I think they're bigger now because the grant system's gone to shit. But we used to have a grant system, so the government would pay you a grant if you went to college or university. But it's gone to shit. But
yeah, I mean, like there's various different. Hang on, how come it's not showing? Okay, there it is.
But if I can just finish too, because I never get to finish either. If you...
Oh, Loney, you talk more than I do.
Donuts, who talks the most?
Talk more than I do.
No. Yes, this is true. Okay, Noxie, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. This is true. But, you know, everybody in my chat goes, oh, Pete talks too much. But I love the fact that he does, so I don't care. I actually forgot what I was going to say after all. No, because I just think... Yeah, we
rambled. You rambled it right out of your mind.
You use the word diploma there as well. We don't have the. I mean, we leave school. We sit exams, and you either pass the exams or you don't pass exams. So you leave school with a certificate if you've passed any exams.
A diploma is the same as a certificate.
But we don't call it. We don't. Well, I think they do now have. B never shuts up. Donut says. I think we do. I think graduation parties has become a thing. And in more recent years, I mean, guys, I left school about 40 years ago now, just about. So, you know, it's changed a lot since I was there. So I can't say for sure how it goes now. But I'm sure I've heard people talk about graduation parties at school now, at high school now, that we didn't have. We'd have the disco. We'd have a disco, but it was never like a graduation party. So, yeah. Tydan says it has year 6. So year 6 now has graduation parties. But if you leave school at 4th year, you don't have a graduation party. Our schools have up to 6 years, right? But you can normally leave school around about 15, 16, depending on where your 16th birthday falls, which is like about 4th year, at the end of 4th year. But you can choose to stay on for 5th and 6th year. Now in England they have A levels, and in Scotland we have hires. So there's sort of different exam system as well between the places as well, which makes it even more confusing. But basically, yeah, you can leave school around 15, 16, whether or not you've got any qualifications, or you can, if you've got qualifications, you can stick around and get some more qualifications if you so wish, and then go up to university or college. But yeah, so Tydan says we have graduating parties nowadays, yeah, but only in 6th year. Oh, I didn't even go to the proms at the end of year 11 back in 2024. We used to have the odd discos, but the discos were a kind of yearly thing and not really a leaving school thing, I don't think. Noxie, are you the youngest? You tell us what yours was like.
Am I the youngest?
Probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
Of us three, anyway.
Yeah, B's got me by about almost 8 years, I think.
He's an old bugger, B, that's it.
Old broken.
Yeah, we had quite the parties.
Right.
Oh yeah, we have big graduation parties.
We'd have the prom party, the semi-formal party, and then we'd have graduation party.
So what age did you have to stay right till the... How many years were you up at the high school? What's the minimum you had to stay in? Like if you left in the equivalent of our 4th year...
You got to go to grade 12. So you start at first grade. Oh, here, sorry, Noxie, go on ahead. You explain
I was 4 years in high school.
Yes, Ty Dan.
So I graduated out. I graduated out at 17 years old.
Right.
So yeah, so you're 10 years in public school, 4 years in high school, and then you graduate.
Yeah, we've got 7 years at primary school, which is you go primary school from the age of about 5 to around about 11, 10, 11, or is it 11, 12? 11, 12 perhaps. And then you go up to high school, and then you've got 4 to 6 years at high school, depending on what you decide to do. So it's 4 to 6 at high school. So then you can leave either at 16 or 18. How old are you? 34. Ooh.
How old am I?
Yeah, you're older than Donuts, Ty Dan. No, I'm reading chat. So Donuts was Ty Dan thought he was youngest in chat. Turns out he's a fair bit older than Donuts. Well, not a fair bit, a few years.
I just turned 35 at the beginning of December.
Okay, so you're not too bad. So Ty Dan's 34. Donuts is 25. So he's a young boy. Him.
Little baby.
Yeah, young lad there. And I'm saying nothing.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah. Outlaw's 47. He's a young lad and all.
You're a baby.
I am not ancient.
Who says you're ancient? Your kids.
Donuts, come on. Man.
So guys,
The donuts, right? Okay. We're all ancient.
Guys,
Okay.
Hello.
What have we done? What?
Ivy.
We are front page company.
Oh.
We are
Not even finished
96.
this run now.
We are in top 100. You haven't even finished the run yet? Oh,
No. 7 minutes left.
I don't know where Titch got to because she was behind me.
I have no idea where I am either. I'm 4 minutes.
I mean, sorry, she was in front of me.
Who knows? I'm just a bit there now, though.
Yeah, I see it. I'm looking for a wrench. There is no wrench in this.
Oh, that annoys me because some places just don't have a wrench. You're all ancient. We're justified and we're ancient, and I don't know the words of this song. Right. I can see where B is, so that's where I'm heading for. I bet you don't know what a VCR is or a CB. He's young, mate. He's no daft. Some young people do know some things.
My kids asked me the other day what a VCR was because somebody brought it up.
Yeah. We didn't actually call them VCRs. We just called them
like VHS tapes.
Yeah, but we just called them video players. We didn't even call them VCRs. They were just video players, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like record players were record players. You know, video players were video players. Yeah.
VCR actually stood for video cartridge recorder, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, that's what it stood for. But that's what we didn't call it that though. A cattle trailer looks tempting. I would have thought you had a cattle trailer by now.
That's like a cassette player.
Tape deck. You would have called that. That's a tape deck to us.
An 8-track. Donuts. You know what an 8-track is?
Listen, I don't even remember 8-tracks, and they were probably around in my time, and I don't even really know what one is. So I'm saying nothing to that.
My first car I bought had an 8-track in it.
Really? You must have bought an old car, mate.
Yeah, I did. I bought it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it had an 8-track.
Oh, we used to be able to put them in there. Like when they first brought out cassettes, you could buy 8-track players to put in your car, like separate. You could mount them and still have 8 tracks in your car.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was. I remember those. Remember the old push button? Because you know how you can go in your car now and you can set it and it's all push button digital and everything.
This is a competition to see
who's. Have buttons that had to shove in to change the radio station.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah. I think I probably still got one kicking around somewhere. But yeah,
First time that Titch heard music was on a 45.
first time what?
First time Titch heard music was on a 45.
It probably was on the 78 actually. Even older.
Remember the 45s? There was 2 tracks. A track on each side is what the 45s were.
The A side and the B side. I've still got a load of vinyls. I've still got. We called the 45. They were singles, because that was the
Yeah, they
chart
called them
hits.
singles as well too.
Yeah.
Like
And
we
then
called them all those things, but they were called 45s because they were. That's what they were.
That's the speed they went. That's the speed you played them at, was 45
45.
RPM. But yeah, then the albums, they were 33s, but we just called them albums. There was so it was just singles and albums.
Did you ever play a 45 on 33?
And vice versa, yes. And played them on 78s as well. It was even more
And
fun.
you could hear some pretty demonic shit.
Yeah, maybe you did, Donna. That's saying that's 100-year-old technology. Aye, caveman. I was talking to you, but he's calling you a caveman because clearly I'm not a cave person.
Hey, how dare you? And I was going to give you a gift. Fine, you'll be like that? Nope.
Yeah,
Wait
Donut's
another
good.
week
You're
now,
gonna have to be
sir.
nice to him
Wait
now.
another week now, sir.
You got to be nice to him, Donuts. You're getting gifted. Okay, I need fuel. Right, guys, that's going to bring us to the end. The end of this
Hey, wait,
very.
who
What?
left
Wait.
the convoy? Oh, Noxie left the convoy.
I didn't
Yeah.
leave.
Still on the
it.
truck
Yeah.
even
Did
after.
you
eh?
get kicked out?
It kicked me out. It said the server was closed.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
you got booted? I didn't get booted yet.
He
I
was
might
too-
trying to get booted.
He was too young and he got kicked out.
Yeah.
There was a competition to see who was the oldest in here, and Noxie lost.
Yeah. It said your server's
All right,
closed.
Tyda, we'll catch you later. Thanks for popping in again, mate. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to run a bit of stuff. Give me a minute.
I'm just trying to look. Is Silver on?
I don't know. I think you should message her and tell her we're in the top 100.
I did.
She
didn't reply, so either she's making.
It's after 10 o'clock. It's after 10 o'clock at night. There we go, guys. We'll just let this bit of music play. So thanks, everybody popped in. Thanks, Andy, for the text and setting me right on the legislation of speeding and everything. Vehicle like in the UK, and I'm never ever going to drive, so you know, I don't know what to do with that information. I might just bin it. But much love back to you, Outlaw. Thank you. Donuts, cheers for coming in as well, mate. You've made me scared for life for you all, I'm sorry. But you know. we've got a few things done and dusted today. Right, I'm gonna close out this convoy, guys. Noxie, you've already been kicked, so you know. I'll just kick out the B now. Yep. Just still streaming, still here.